Well, do you know what's the issue yesterday? Wait, hold on. Do you know what happened yesterday? My phone just shuts down because it's low battery. Yeah, while streaming. But now, it's my second time watching MSC 2026, and we're gonna do watch party. As I've said, I'm supporting ONIC and Team Liquid. The first one we're gonna cheer is ONIC. Let's go ONIC! ONIC time! Like I said, it's my second time watching MSC 2026 because the first I watched MSC 2026 is the day 2. But I'm watching it off stream. Whoa. Secret Lab chair. Wow. EWC. In yesterday's game or last MSC day 2, uh, Aurora Gaming just beats Team Liquid and ONIC beats Entity 7. But now on day 4, they swap opponents like ONIC versus Aurora Gaming and Entity 7 versus Team Liquid. We have the Street Fighter 6 MLBB. Cool. Fight. Oh, sorry. It's like a Land of Dawn or something. Street Fighter in the Land of Dawn? I'm sure it is. Because it's a Street Fighter 6 event. Because those outfit won. I haven't played Street Fighter 6 yet. But let's see if I can get the Ryu skin. KO! Here goes Ryu. Let's see if I can get that skin. Here goes Tyler 1. Let's go! Wait, what? Tyler 1 and Adapt? Oh, those are promotions.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Lenovo Legion Gauntlet here at EWC 26. We've got MSC action all day long. 2 series down, 2 to go. And this one's another upper bracket match, which guarantees the winner of a spot in the final 8 and also $100,000. Something that you can be very happy about leaving Paris, France with. For the loser, they're still alive, and they will face off in an elimination match later. But of course, I'm joined by 2 amazing panelists to talk about all the storylines that'll be developing. Renmar, and this time...
Oh, it's Renmar. So he's the one who showed up by jumping behind Brigida.
I'm feeling really good. You know, these past couple of days have been really interesting, seeing some of the highest highs for some of these teams, the lowest lows at the same time. So I really got a good scale to what's been going on, at least on the ground, for a lot of these players.
Renmar, too,
But
this has been a game where we've
But Brigida didn't show up.
across the scene, these 2 series. I mean, that first game between YG and Pro, 30 minutes, longest game of the tournament. We've seen some mistakes. We've seen some great drafts. A lot to talk about.
Oh yeah, definitely. And still the meta is so wide open. Like lot of people were wondering, hey, can we get, like the global ban and picks? We don't need it in this meta. There's so many options, so many permutations to consider, and at the same time, it translates to some really great action as well. It's not just all about the picks, it's all about the draft. Teams are balling out this MSC.
Yeah, I mean, this is honestly a tournament that to me has given us a little bit of a surprise, Gideon. But it's continued to kind of balance out, in my opinion. Have you felt that we've like caught our footing here, or do you feel like there's a little bit more to go?
I think there's a lot more to go actually, because especially when you're casting the first couple of days, you're expecting a lot of these teams to come in with their comfort picks first, put their best foot forwards, make sure they get the games they're looking to win, and then solidify their lead. However, I think we've seen that as of right now, the meta is way more open, as Renmar mentioned, and a lot of the draft starters, they're not linear anymore, and I think that's the biggest problem. A lot of these teams here today are still adapting from the day before. We've already seen two different variations as we've seen the past couple of 3 games. It's it's great.
Adapt to the adaptation and just keep going. We'll see what mutation of this meta shows up. And speaking of what mutation shows up, because that's
Oh,
benefiting
four
certain
teams
teams that
upper
are
bracket
ahead of the
winners.
curve. If
Selection
you
order
are ahead of the
determined by
curve in
game
terms of
win
your upper
differential.
bracket is not settled
Differential,
yet.
I mean.
Settled who
Tiebreakers:
you get
A.
here. So
Fastest
if you
total
are
game winning
one of the
time,
teams like we
and
just
B.
saw getting into
Fastest
overtimes,
match
making it
victory
to
time.
our upper bracket
And then it
winners,
says on the
full
bottom,
time
the faster
winners
you
to
win,
win
the
4
earlier you
games. This
choose.
full time will be either
Ooh,
against the
knockout.
other 4
It's
teams that
called
make it
knockout
to the
reveal
local
rule.
Turkiye game, and the fastest total game winning time will have the first pick of the other 4 teams that qualify, having had a loss 2-1 in our elimination matches, who they want to play in the knockout stages. So essentially, you get the fastest time, you win the fastest, you're going to have your first pick of who you want to play in your quarterfinal. The lowest time is going to be given their quarterfinal in the 4th position, which Renmar means there's another layer of drama, spice here in France for MSC.
Yeah, and it fits the meta so well because teams are encouraged to go faster. Teams are encouraged to not really wait for a certain point for their winning condition. They want to get their winning condition as early as Turtle 1, as early as the first few kills in the first 3 to 4 minutes of the game, and then you snowball from there.
All right, well, it's time to bring up our Crunchyroll story of the day. And of course, when you take a look at it, this gives us some nice
Our
highlights. This one is
PST
done with the
check.
GOAT now with the Sky King. We've
8:45.
seen Carl TZ and Team Liquid, the GOAT, find their way into an elimination game. Maybe something that they'll be able to work on. We'll find out in just one series from now. But it is up to the Sky King here on this stage to prove that he has maybe the main narrative in this tournament.
Yeah, because now people are looking at TNZ based off all of the rumors and the scrims, quotes from the players.
Whoa.
They're all looking at TNZ as the best jungler right now at MSC. Well, you can ask Niall. Niall would say, well, I'm number 1.
Yeah.
But a lot of other players would definitely say TNZ. And yeah, it's interesting in a meta in an MSC where you have Carl TZ, Sek Guys, Kyrie, Kyle TZ, all these fantastic jugglers around the world. TNZ, who's always made a name for himself every international, now it's much more obvious that you really have to watch out for TNZ.
He might just be the hitman here. He's already found.
And here goes the ONIC.
Carl, and I mean, luckily, there's still a second chance for Team Liquid side, but I think against the Sky Kings, until we see Kyrie on that box,
You have Coach Yeb. Wait, Coach CW. I haven't watched MPL ID yet.
One of the interesting
But
things
Coach,
about
I
this 2
haven't
team
seen
that we
Coach.
saw before is that everybody
I
had a
mean,
game plan for
I
their
haven't
We saw a lot of 2 versus 3s
seen
up bracket runs to keep
CW
gaming was
becoming a head coach of ONIC ID.
traveling fan base. They have had
Here goes the Aurora Gaming Turkey. It's not Aurora Gaming
it's not
PH.
equipment that you can just sit back and say, okay, let's show up and play. You actually almost have to expect the unexpected, Renmar.
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. The unexpected. I want to see a very tailored draft again. We saw the Rafael in mid lane the last time from them. I want to see if they have something like that prepared for ONIC. Did Coach Midnight and the team come up with something very specific to deal with the Sky Kings?
All right, well, ONIC Esports, let's take a look at that roster that's showing up as well. We've got a chance to see Lutpi, we've got Kyrie, and one of the main stars of this, Kelra. I mean, Mog is an understatement for that guy. Had a great interview. The fans were cheering for ONIC. Let's hear a little bit more about them before this day's match.
Okay, here goes Kara.
Gold lane standard, Kelra.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. You're still the gold lane standard, right?
No,
What? What do you mean no?
for me, the real gold standard is OHEB.
Oh,
Still OHEB.
okay, still OHEB. Still OHEB. All right, but you are still a very strong gold laner. I think a lot of people still consider you the gold lane standard as well, and you're up against a very tough opponent too as well.
Yeah,
I heard in scrims they're very strong. Is that true, or is Aurora strong?
it's
in scrims?
100% true. True. It's 100% true that Aurora is very
100%.
strong in scrim.
Why? What makes them so strong, Kelra?
For me, it's because of Gensi and also Rosa. They give Gensi more space in game and the aggressiveness.
Speaking of Rosa on the Selena last year at MSC. I know you're under a different banner. You're under ONIC
Yeah.
PH, but they beat you in groups.
Yeah, I want to take my revenge with Kyrie right now.
Take your revenge with Kyrie against
And,
Aurora.
yeah,
You have something to say to them?
just good luck and have fun. Gensi, let's play basketball after this match.
Whoa! He said that Kawa can play basketball with Chenzi.
So
Yeah.
you played basketball already together.
Way back in M6.
Oh, who won? Okay, I think he lost. He won. Okay, Kelra won. But what about this match? Who's gonna win?
Let's see.
Let's see.
Be humble. Sit down.
Whoa!
Do you think Kyrie is on par with Tianzi in the
Yeah.
jungle position?
Kyrie, Gensi.
Okay, so Kyrie's better than
Yeah.
Tianzi. But little bit.
A little bit.
Okay, little bit. So, coming into this, you're confident?
100% confident.
Is it gonna be a challenge for you?
Yes.
There is a challenge. What's the challenge?
Gensi's Hirara.
Oh, Tianzi's Hirara. I don't think that's gonna
Wow!
happen. So, good luck.
Tianzi
Thank you for
Hiwara?
this interview. We're gonna
Thank
throw it
you.
over back to you guys.
I would have loved to see that basketball match. We have a court here at EWC.
Yeah.
I mean, we can get some shots up.
Hopefully, they gotta watch out. Keller is really good at shooting three-pointers.
Yeah.
Like-
The humility was there, though. He didn't want to say that he was
Yeah.
the winner, but
That's-
he had to correct Eterna, right?
Yeah.
He had to correct her.
I also love the fact that he only talks in statements.
Yeah.
It's just
Yes.
factual
It's
every
just
single
fact.
time.
Oh, wait.
He doesn't pose. He doesn't.
That team, obviously.
Alright guys, I haven't
gets
seen
to
the
moment,
messenger
gets some runs
notification.
every
It's
one.
it's my message in Tagalog.
Coast.
Please ignore it,
He is
please.
a threat, but
Or
so has
I should
Rosa,
pause it.
bringing out that Rafaela and Coach Midnight
Wait.
as well. Even
Oh,
Thor
okay.
got a call out.
Why is it
I mean,
glitching? I
the
don't know
one
why.
person I mentioned is Pagu here. This is a team that we need to see. And when you put this team together to get here to MSC, their journey just beginning. Now they have a chance to make it into the knockout stages and do it by taking down some of the best.
Gece sezon 7 Türkiye şampiyonu Aurora Esports oluyor. Daha fazla. O zaman şampiyon Aurora Gaming.
We are Aurora Gaming, 3 times champion of Mobile Legends Turkish Championship.
Selalo Red Giants throw Aurora Gaming down to the pits.
Bu zamana kadar katıldığımız tüm turnuvalarda birçok güçlü ekiple karşılaştık ama açıkçası beni en çok oynamak istemeye teşvik eden ekip SRG şu anda. Çünkü yaklaşık 200 senedir sürekli onlara kaybediyoruz. Hiçbir şekilde win alamadık.
For us, it's hard to beat SRG because they used to adapt a bit better than us. I hope this time it will be different.
M8 Türkiye'de
Here goes the Aurora Gaming.
M8 için önemli bir hal aldı. Çünkü M8'de bu MSC'de gerçekten başaracağımızı düşünüyorum. Kesinlikle çalıştığımızın hakkımızı vereceğimizi düşünüyoruz ve kesinlikle bize karşı güvenen herkesin de güvenini kıracağımızı düşünmüyorum ve kesinlikle bu sefer birinciliğe oynayacağımızı düşünüyorum. Finale kalacağımıza inanıyorum.
I want to prove that we can compete against the Southeast Asian teams and we can actually be the strongest team.
To do everything they can to defend, but Aurora Gaming have locked on the base. What can they do against this force of nature? The upset of the day happened. The champions go down.
To all the fans around the world, Aurora fans, we want to prove that we are very strong and we want to make you guys proud. So keep supporting us guys and keep watching.
Well, Turkiye very, very happy with that result. Aurora Gaming looking to continue. Rinmar, with everyone knowing you're putting up a surprise, I mean, can you keep surprising people?
I still think we can, and I still think they can, but for a lot of people, you know, I feel like if this was at any point in time, it would be very ONIC-sided. But I think it's one of the first rare times where we've seen Aurora Gaming is leading a prediction against ONIC.
I think there's some
amazing.
It's some really good arguments here. I think that this is one of the few times that Aurora Gaming are coming into this with the perfect storm. I mean, our international at the end of the year is going to be in their home country, so this year is going to be huge for them. On top of the fact that the meta actually supports a lot of their players in their previous history. They played it before, so they've got a backlog and plenty of wealth when it comes down to creative drafts.
That M Series being held in Turkey. What a great place. A stop off normally when we head to Riyadh. However, this time around, it's all Paris, France. Aurora Gaming representing Turkiye, trying to keep surprising their opponents, and they'll face off against ONIC, who want to represent not only the yellow, not only the fans here in the building, but their shot at taking down the team that looks untouchable. Will Kelra really claim the gold?
Here they go, the ONIC ID.
It puts ONIC in a dangerous position. Getting ready for our third series of the day. $100,000 in a spot in the top 8 knockout round on the line. It is ONIC versus Aurora Gaming. Both 2-0.
I don't know if Kelva will move back to the Philippines.
Thank you very much, guys. And oh, wow. First off, before we even talk about match 3, let's touch on match 2 because the first game went on for half an hour, the longest thus far in MSC. But the second game, it flew by in a blink of an eye.
It was clear that the first game was kind of the big, I guess, the piece that broke the camel's back. Because in a moment like that, you're thinking, all right, a back and forth 30-minute, there's no way we can continue having this for game 2, for game 3, and that was indeed the case. It's so exhausting mentally to keep that up game after the other, and honestly, it just worked out well, right? Myanmar moves on, we get to see them in the knockouts, but that's for later, Rose.
Because now, in the present, we are going to be watching the third match of the day, where we will see the Sky Kings going up against Aurora Gaming. So, ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming ONIC!
Here they go, the ONIC ID.
The Sky Kings are here to claim their knockout stage ticket with a meta that they are oh so comfortable with. Is that enough to push them through the day?
All right, the Sky Kings, not bad, not bad. They're great in their own way. They got fans here, even all the way in Paris. There's always somebody looking to cheer for ONIC, but I'll raise you one. On the other side, a team looking to prove themselves. Please welcome the King Slayers, Aurora Gaming!
And here goes the Aurora Gaming, who beat Team Liquid.
These guys are the absolute menace in scrims from how we saw them send the Liquid Cavalry packing. Our current MSC champions, Aurora, are not slowing down anytime soon. A win here isn't merely a spot in knockouts, it's proof that they are a contender to be feared at MSC 26.
This match will be a menace. This match will be chaos, and oh boy, will it be fun.
That's all we're looking for here, so please, Aurora, please, ONIC, my friends, you may place your keys, take your seats, and captains, remember, quick handshake before we get into this one. Rose, if you ask me, this could even be a final in its own right, and we're gonna get here. There we go, respect between both of our teams. Let's see, will it be the Sky Kings? Will it be the King Slayers? Our panel, break it down.
Let's go, ONIC!
So exciting to be in a moment like this at MSC where the fans are ready, the audience around the world is ready, the players certainly ready, and I know my
Here goes the ONIC ID.
It's time to break down this
Let's go, ONIC!
what these thoughts could be. What else could catch us by surprise? Could be a performance, could be a lineup. So many different ways.
I think first starting off with Aurora, you have to look at the gold lady in Siggy Boom. Great on the Freya, great on the Paquito. That's one thing that ONIC needs to look at. Next, of course, you're going to be trading around the centerpieces in the center of the map with the Roman trio. But then you also have to consider, wait, what are they fielding for Rosa? Are they really gonna go on with the rumors? So we've been hearing that there are some teams still considering fighters even in the mid lane and then just shifting around there. Is that a knockouts thing? Is that gonna be a group stage thing? We don't know. It seems like the more we talk about the draft and consider the permutations, it's more difficult for ONIC to think about Aurora.
I agree, but we have to listen to, what not only the fans have said, but what we have on data so far. So far, the permutations when it comes down to that mid trio has been devastating. Do you attack the jungle? Do you start attacking the supports? The big Belleric Atlas Valentina trade is still up in the air, and I think right now Coach Midnight is already thinking about it in his head. How could I either blind pick or have flex picks in that particular area to keep teams on their toes?
Two champions, one pick. Make sure to grab your My Champions pick in game right now. 5 winners, 10,000 diamonds each. Scan that QR code. Events live until July 27th. Good points they're getting in as well. I mean, talking about that Atlas and that Valentina conversation. Also, I think it's just a matter of how far do you go into the assassin pool, because we started off with Hirara and Ling, and then we started getting Hirara Ling bans, and now we've gone into sometimes Marcel's, which has a 100% win rate after being let through 5 times, to the Fannies being much more loud versus they were banned earlier on. And we're even seeing YSSs, which have a 100% loss rate every single time. So Gideon, I think, still trying to figure it out on that backside of the assassin bans too.
Well, I think the backside of the assassin bans, it really just boils down to whether or not Hirara is in play or not.
Wait, Kara just got hair
A
colored.
lot of these junglers have faced off before in previous metas.
Nice hair though,
Becomes somewhat a little
Kara.
bit more
You're
volatile, and honestly, the
handsome.
matchup hasn't really changed in terms of
Alright, it started
or even
match
power.
1.
Is that the
Wait,
problem?
what's
I'm
my percentage
glad
of my
you mentioned this,
phone?
and I'm looking at Rema. Both of us agree. It's all about tempo. That's why everybody is looking to
Alright,
put yourself
expanding
together
river.
on that flicker, just to make sure you're just 1 second faster, just 1 moment quicker to catch you off guard.
I could be in the club, though, that is asking, may we no longer see Claudes in the YSSs? I don't know, it's just not doing it for me in this meta. The YSS feels cursed. The Claude has less than a 30% win rate right now with multiple picks, and there are 2 very talented gold laners in this matchup. You have Kellera, you have Siggy. I know they could do a fantastic job with the Claude, but I feel like in this meta is such a dangerous spot for him right now. Hell, even ONIC was able to bring back a Granger and
Alright,
make that work. I'd
it
rather see that
started.
right now
Wait,
instead
Coach
of
Midnight strikes again with
Well, there's no
Aurora
one here to set
Gaming.
the tone, and what they've done is answer at least one question. Marcel not allowed. Neither is Atlas or
For the side of
Hirara.
Aurora,
Zushin
they
will
banned
put
the
Keeps on,
Marso,
which is
Olus,
a lot of
Zushin.
flex potential
And for the
going forward.
Onyx
He has a
was
player that's picked up in that second phase.
Paquito
Marcel
and
before
Hirara.
Atlas a first pick, so is Marcel. And
And
obviously
then
Hirara
head
is going
coach
to be
was
frustrated as
CW,
well.
and
This is an interesting
there's
from the get-go.
assistant coach, I
J-Way has
think
already
it's
figured out that we want to make
Coach
sure that we
Yeb
can, start to
Miranda.
alter some of these matchups. As much as Midnight is saying, you know what, the Belleric
I'm sorry if my
Atlas
voice like
trade,
that.
CW is telling them, you know
Oh,
what, let's take
Fanny.
it 1 step further, right? We're going to get rid of
Never mind.
Hirara. Now
My
they want
normal
Hirara
voice is
or
back
Freya.
now.
This time they go for Fanny, but that just means that it's less likely for them to go for the double fighters.
So let's see now where ONIC will be putting the pressure on. They don't need to pick the Ling right away. That could show up with a red 3. Just don't consider the long time to carry carries anymore. No more long farming. Go fast as well. Something maybe to make it comfortable at the center of the map. I mean, we've seen some surprise Selena, surprise early Chose as well from both Vitality and ONIC in the past.
Oh, Ling.
They picked it up right away. They didn't need to
Ling
wait that
and
late. What is it gonna
Eudora.
be the Eudora? I thought they'd want to pick up maybe one of their roamers already.
Eudora for Suns.
I think what may end up happening is they're worried about 2 bans or 2 picks from Aurora that would force them
There's
to have
Coach
to change
Midnight
something that needs to be
as
done
the
or
coach of
own before it gets
Aurora
banned out.
Turkey.
And so they're prioritizing having to do just to be safe.
Selena
You're killing it. You're killing it, Raina. You're
and the
absolutely right.
Rainiers.
And now instantly we see
Rainers,
from
I
Aurora's
mean.
side, right? They're still going to try and fight for that tempo, and a lot of it is really going to boil down to how fast you can actually clear that mid wave. Now we have Selena, probably going to have Season Hunter as well to kind of speed up the leash. So not only are they going to get that Fanny like extra fast coming out of that jungle looking for a gank, but at the same time, at least with the Selena, you have that vision of where they're going to move without having to commit too much.
Yeah, this is MSC 2026, not 2025, right? It's Kelra in ONIC going up against Fanny and Selena. I saw this last year already. That was the matchup that was getting referred to in the interview with Kelra, where and it was Aurora then who were able to surprise ONIC Philippines at that time. Were they ready for this?
Yeah, I watched that last 2025, I think.
There we go. I like that.
Oh,
Coming out
Badang.
So what I expected that
I
might
think it's
come
gonna
out
be the
earlier,
Badang
but I found
Rome.
Joe, this Badang with all the dive, of
Go
course, the
Kyrie
skill
and
rate performance
Kelra.
up against the when it was picked up
Yeah,
by
we're
Vitality
supporting
against
ONIC
Falcons
too.
PH. Great pickup.
Yeah, and I mean, it's so much has already been shown just from the intentions in the banning phase, right? Again, we've seen a lot of red sides not actually go for the keto ban, and not to mention that Midnight is taking the authority of saying, you know what, I will be the one who bans on Marcel. I will give you that free ban on the off chance just to make you go for this Eudora. Because he went for the Fanny straight away without hesitation.
Yeah, so now you have to look at the gold laners. Choke gets banned out by ONIC. You still want to consider the Moskov, the Brody, both still in play here.
For the side of ONIC,
Fight
they updated the
against the
ban.
Fanny,
They
but the
banned two,
Uranus, I think, is
of
putting
course.
a big question mark for ONIC in terms of their overall damage profile, especially early on if they want to fight for the major objectives. Because you have the Uranus there. Aurora, rightfully so, take out the Brody. I wouldn't be surprised if that becomes a Moskov ban later on. So you're really dwindling down the picks that Kelra could pick up. That would be great against a lineup of Aurora.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense here. And I think even for ONIC, they understand that even if they do end up having to play against the Belleric, they can either ban it out now or look for something that utilizes concussive blast to kind of help them clear that wave. Because so far, based on what we've seen, Selena's kind of by herself right now. And the only other thing they have to worry about is single target lockdown.
Yeah, we saw one great combo from Vitality, the Badang and the Melissa. That is
Oh,
also
the
still
Brody
in
banned
play
from
for
the
ONIC if ever they want to bring it
Aurora.
up. Because you never know
Aurora.
against a Selena that would want to get close.
Sorry for my pronunciation. And they banned the Belleric at the side of
So the
ONIC.
rest of the team is going
Of
to collapse
course.
and they have the Badang with it. We saw that the team that's just rolling
Of course I
through
hate
the first
Belleric
up
because
against
it's
Melissa
so
might not
difficult
be enough.
to kill
They will
Belleric
leave that open. They
when
take out the
I
Esmeralda instead.
go
I
rank.
feel like they're trying to set up for potentially Harith here, right?
And then
We know that the EXP lane is kind of out of the blue,
they
right?
banned
And more
the
importantly, they've got the
Esmeralda.
Uranus as well. They just want to make sure that it doesn't
Okay,
overload
first pick goes to
the
ONIC.
two. See this Melissa though. I am interested whether they want to go for red for Melissa or they're going to wait up till the very end once they got the final confirmation.
Could be until the very end. They could also be thinking of damage profiles and considering, are we crazy enough to pack a Granger up against a Fanny? We do need someone with a Sky Piercer, if ever, to start giving difficulties for that Uranus. But can you even start snowballing kills around that, considering that there is a Fanny? That might be one of the conversations that ONIC is having right now.
It's early game stuff, but like, I'm thinking about the late game as well. Because at this point, now Melissa doesn't really have much contention anymore. I don't think there's actually a quote-unquote
Wait,
winning
be right
matchup.
back.
Thanks to, CW getting rid of both Freya alongside with the Paquito, forcing Aurora to kind of play, you know what, we
Be
got
right
this
back.
team fighting, but majority of the heroes don't
Oh,
scale, and
that's
there's the Harith.
but before that they picked the Minotaur and Harriet.
Very good at the initiation.
Wait, they stole the Harriet. They stole
That's the conversation
Kara's
going on
Harriet.
inside.
What will Kara choose?
Agreeing to round out this lineup.
Thinking maybe an Alice would be their last best
Oh,
bet.
never mind.
Alice was
Kara
Uranus
has
and he also
Melissa.
ways to mess up with the Harith. If ever
And
we're
then
even
they
furious,
need
that's
an
where you drop
XP.
your Rune of Ruin so that the team
Oh,
fighting
there's a
is more
fan
awkward. I do like
wearing
the
ONIC
Harith
ID
and
jersey.
last.
Let's see if I have a ONIC ID jersey. But I have it
Really covers a lot of space with the Minoan
a while
Fury.
ago when I
Quite
support ONIC
troubled, but not
on
countered.
MPL ID.
I think there's also an argument for, even Phobius to a certain degree, right?
What
Do
did
they
they
want to have a
pick?
strong side lane or a
Last
weak side
pick.
lane or something that's
Sora!
and it looks like they actually want to go for something contestable, right?
Interesting.
They want to fight, they want to
Sora
engage,
for
and they have it all
Lutpi.
in this package within Sora.
And then the Badang will be the Rome.
You can cover up the names. It would be hard to tell who's who. Except so far, Melissa has just been great so far in this tournament that it's hard for me to lean away from the ONIC draft. Maybe it's really just because of the Melissa's record right now that I'm favoring theirs a little bit more. But don't get me wrong, Aurora has answers.
Well, this is going to be a matchup between the jungle and really between all the roles here, whether it's Kyrie or TNZ or whether you got Kelra and Siggy Boom. It's a matchup of even coaches and minds and maybe just the leading edge to MSC. Who knows what to play a little bit better than their opponents. Both teams have
Okay, I'm back.
anybody who's
It's
challenged them
starting.
down
Game
to
1 is
4-1.
starting.
We'll take their
Here goes the
first
box, yeah.
one will move on into the knockout stage. Let's get it started and send it over to your casters.
Thank you so much, panel. Here we go. This is the most anticipated match of the day. It's the battle for knockout stage. One whole match, could be 3 full games of this incredible matchup to send us one team to the top 8, the last one.
I mean, Aurora has just shot into the limelight, and now they're going up against another huge, fierce opponent, ONIC. Another favorite for this event. Can Aurora take them down, or will ONIC show that they are still champions in their own right?
TNC early on already. Trying to go in. Whoa!
A lot of damage. Tianzi falls.
Whoa, nice one, Kyrie.
Maybe biting off a little bit more than he can chew.
That was very much TNZ-esque, but not the TNZ you would expect here after that match against TLPH, where we saw such a clean TNZ. Getting a bit too feisty early on could work, could also bite you back in the butt. Emblems, though, we're going to take a look at the checkups here. Bargain Hunter already, the police up together for both Minotaur and Melissa. It's also the Wilderness Blessing here for Rosa instead of what we've seen from Moreno, the Bargain, or sorry, the Bargain Hunter, or even the Season Hunter for a lot of different Selenas.
People are doing really well with these walls, though. Even that earlier catching TNZ, the wall just came out of nowhere, able to stop him, and Kyrie immediately capitalized on it. We just saw it once again to slow down Bagu, to, if you're going to come into our jungle, be ready to possibly be taken out, and that is what ONIC has already shown Aurora.
You got to take a look at the bigger picture as well, though, for Aurora. They have the two lethal ignitions. One burst, one good arrow could send ONIC back a lot, but I think ONIC just have the counters here. Missile arrow.
Speaking of arrows, a lot of damage on the Keyboy. Brings it down to about 20%, but Kyrie maybe looking for the re-engage here. TNC's there as well.
Oh.
Wants to dive in, not going to fully commit. Aurora's learned their lesson. They're going to kind of take things slow.
No purple buff just yet for Kai. It's going to be delayed quite a bit here. TNZ should be able to get it before Kyrie. And you can already see Rosa here trying to maybe force out a retribution, but knows that it's a bit too risky to go all in. Arrow lands.
Oh! Rosa takes
Whoa.
purple. Very well done.
What the steal? Oh, yes. Nice one, Luffy. Nicer. Ow.
TNC can't be stopped. Gets the kill on a Loopy, but now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ooh, nice one, Kyrie. Kyrie, nice one. Whoa, whoa, ow. What is Keyboy doing? Oh, there goes Kara's Melissa. I think it's Kara's first time using Melissa.
That was about it. We take a look at the skirmish again early on. It was TNZ going in a bit too aggressive down the bottom lane. Live view. All right, TNZ doesn't go for the kill. But then it starts off with the purple buff being stolen away here. Keyboy as well wanted to go for the pick, but this is why the Minotaur is so good at making him miscalculate. You can see a bit of frustration there for Keyboy. The heals from the Minotaur, it gets bigger as you get lower.
All right, so each team has now made their small mistakes and recovered from it. Gold at a standstill. And it's still first turtle. We're almost 4 minutes in, and the first turtle has not been taken. Blade does get locked in for TNZ, going to be able to see a little bit more damage for this turtle.
The thing is, Trex, and I think for a lot of the viewers, man, we are so used to seeing tank jungles that they usually just don't retreat for their buffs. For Assassins, I think their buffs, purple mainly, is more important than these turtles. So, as Kai, I think you gotta be a little bit more concerned about your purple buff. You need to take it away. If it's getting threatened, retreat. It's all good. Aurora, though, with those 2 kills up top, will be able
Wait,
to...
who got the turtle? Aurora. Aurora got the turtle already?
What an arrow there. Crazy angle.
Come on, Melissa.
Head-to-head. The range on
Melissa with the, what's this? Jujutsu Kaisen skin. Yeah, the Melissa. Nova Kogisaki. Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! What is going on here? Nice!
Loopy gets the kill. TNZ's got to get out of town. Over to safety. Another kill into the Book of ONIC.
ONIC is playing it so slow.
Whoa. Let's go, Keyboy.
So far, they've done a good job of doing that. A missile arrow lands again for Rosa. Just a bit of
Here goes the Selena Rosa.
It's all about that right now, ONIC. They know there's only one lane right now that they can really punish, right? In the mid lane, it's just the Minotaur and the Selena way too
Whoa, wait.
escaping. The TNZ out now.
How did Chenzi just steal Kyrie's jungle? It's really bad to steal the buff. He might gonna report you. Whoa! Sanji's down.
After picking there, constantly just testing the waters, pushing in, looking for any target. Arrow comes low.
Oh, Kara! Out. Nicer.
And Bagu can't connect.
No wonder we've heard
Whoa,
shouts
nice
for
one,
Aurora
Keyboy.
being number 1 with another team and scrims, dude. They're so good at taking these awkward fights. ONIC built a composition that wants to go in, that wants to just dive straight. And it's really good at countering the assassin jungle as well with the Eudora and the Melissa.
But if Aurora find a way to split ONIC up and take these individual 1v1s everywhere across the map, it should get so awkward for ONIC's composition to react to it.
And it's all about the positioning for Aurora right now. Even Pagu coming in, keeping vision. We talked about splitting them up, and then we have Rosa
Whoa,
on the
now
right.
Kyrie just steal the enemy's buff.
Pagu making his way up
Wow.
as well. Another arrow comes down. Lands
Whoa,
on the
whoa,
Keyboy.
whoa, whoa,
Keyboy
no!
will
Keyboy is
fall.
down.
Rosa now gonna reposition. They claim the turtle pit, and Kyrie has no way in. Tienzi wants to find a target. Kyrie's forced to Finch poise. And now ONIC is backed off to the jungle.
Rosa on the Selena.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Kyrie, where are you? Whoa,
We
Kyrie.
saw them knock ONIC Philippines down to the lower brackets of the group stage just last year in MSC 2025, and it was also with Rosa on the Selena. Loopy him in.
A lot of damage. Loopy trying to defend. Big Minoan's Fury on multiple members. In the back line, Tempest Blaze
Whoa,
is
nice
up.
one, Kyrie.
Loopy, barely
Out,
all of
Loopy,
us
out.
survives, but Rosa gets a kill on us.
And Sans is down.
For another air shootout, decides not to do it as Pagu
Sans, what are you doing? You don't have a kill.
for Sans. ONIC wins out on that one.
Even Melissa doesn't have a kill. Wow!
Recall
Out,
gets
Kyrie,
canceled.
out!
Now Lunar wants to go with the cut.
Oh, Luna.
Kyrie under the tower. Nana safe
Whoa,
spot
whoa,
this
whoa,
time.
whoa!
Full energy, should be able to get away
Oh,
from this
nice.
team.
Nice wall
Tower
jump.
will fall on that top side.
Again, it's Aurora just making these moves proactively around the map. Yeah, they went
I think
in
he's having a
against
hard
someone
time
who was
for
at the
ONIC.
risk that they were willing to take
Come on,
to push
ONIC, you
through
got
even
this.
further. They didn't lose too much. You gotta remember right now that even if Tienzi dies, Lunar, or even Siggy Boom, they're not gonna give out any bounties. It's all about Rosa. He needs to stay alive, but the others can die. They can pull out these gambles. And ONIC are still behind. A whopping 3,000 gold behind. Kelra's not given space to actually farm out, and it's because of these arrows again from Rosa.
Not only that, but even when ONIC's able to get a kill, they find Tienzi earlier. Aurora's movement on the map has been so crucial. They find both offlane towers. They're consistently hunting for this mid lane tower. They aren't only evening out or winning the skirmishes, they're winning on map play. Just truly have become a whole new into this MSC.
It's all about defending the mid lane right now for ONIC. Damage control, trying to get space for Kelra to farm out. Haas Claws built up by Kai. The Flask of the Oasis as well. The Orange Buff secured by Kai, his own.
Nice defense, though.
Falling
This
behind
was
the
a...
level down of Tienzi. ONIC
It's
going for
ONIC
a
time
big set, but
indeed.
even then, it's going to be very, very tough for them because
Oh,
Aurora have a way secured.
there goes the Lord. Where's Chancy?
Rosa, Tienzi, and you were gonna get AoE'd by Pagu. There's the healing as well that just keeps them alive.
Kind of want to see the items on where Kyrie is in terms of gold compared to Tienzi.
Just
Well,
700.
where is Kyrie?
Definitely still capable. Loopy.
Why is Kyrie on the top?
Zone actually ahead of Lunar right now. That could be the big
There goes
play. They will
Chenzi.
set something up.
Here goes
And Rosa
Kyrie.
can output the damage. Not to mention Kelra has been free farming, hasn't taken any deaths. It's definitely not GG's for ONIC just yet.
Nope. They can definitely scale with the Ling and the Melissa. They will have enough damage later on to actually pull out a comeback. But Aurora, they're pretty good. They've got pretty good scaling as well with the Harith. Even the Selena when it comes to map control. If they continue to pushing these turrets, take away these tier ones, ONIC will be choked down even more. They're going to be forced to suffocate inside of their own base. And that's what Aurora are trying to do right now with a massive lead on Rosa and Sigibuma concealed to the mid lane. And an
Whoa,
arrow
whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Slam. Loopy kind of walked into that one, though.
There goes
Gets into the
Chenzi.
backside, looking for an angle. Gonna walk into Keyboy. The wall does not come out. He's able to safely move. Loopy
Whoa,
stacked away.
Chancy is unstoppable at Lord.
Back into their jungle as Aurora takes
Where
over.
is Kyrie?
Watch for Loopy and Sands, looking for an angle in as
Why is
well.
Kyrie on
Kyrie
top?
moves up to
Oh,
the top side to try to defend his
no,
towers.
this is bad.
First down this Lord.
Oh,
Tienzi with the top on his
huge.
crack, a lot of damage. Everyone piles on top
Whoa,
of him.
whoa,
Oh,
whoa.
and he's still able to get away. ONIC now in a little bit of trouble. Sans to the backside. Taken
Ah,
down by Sigurd. Rosa's driving now.
San.
Loopy, who's shredded down as well. Rosa finding that kill for himself. As Kelra
Whoa,
tries
whoa,
to
whoa,
follow.
whoa.
Doesn't
Let's
have
go,
the goal.
Kyrie.
Able to find Sigurd. Tienzi finds Kelra.
Kelra.
It is hell in the land of Dawn as Keyboy tries to get away. But Aurora comes out on top once again. Tienzi goes back to base, and the Lord is still up.
They're just too good in this meta. Oh
I think
my
it's having a
God.
hard.
The
They're
healing
having a
of
hard
Pagu
time.
with the Minotaur and Tienzi with the cleanest cables to get away from Kai. Kai, who's hunting him down with the Finch boys, even with a purple buff. And you can see that delay from Tienzi got Kyrie into such an awkward spot because he already used so much
Oh
of his
gosh.
energy to use
Kyrie.
the Finch boys to try to chase Tienzi down. Then Aurora, through that skirmish, really just utilizing a sustain out. Oh, these guys.
Live game, thought we were still in the replay first.
These fights have been phenomenal. Great steal by Kai, though. We're seeing the glimpses of that M3 Ling Kyrie that really shocked the world with his crazy pattern. Again, reacting to the moves around. Shout out to Seer there. Shout outs to him. Biggest Aurora fan in the building.
I like to see it. Both junglers right now, Tienzi, able to get out of that fight earlier, getting hit by the fist crack. No purple buff is true. Maybe we get the anime battle right here. Kyrie, Tienzi does not have vision on him. He's gonna go back to safety. Kyrie's not gonna force
Whoa.
it.
Nice.
Oh, wait, no, Tienzi.
Whoa. Wall jump.
Back in the mid side, a little bit of damage. They're able to take the tower.
An intense game of MLBB with the Lord still up top. Aurora taking things slow. Abyssal Arrow lands onto Kelra. Not gonna bait out any of those battle spells just yet. Kyrie sent into the bottom lane again. 2 holy shields. Oh, it's down right in the 12th minute.
Very well done. Luffy takes a lot of damage, forces dash back. Pagu
Whoa,
comes
whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, Tenzi.
Luffy into the backside. Kelra and Keyboy also taking a lot of damage.
I think they're having a hard time.
More damage on to Kyrie now. Kyrie looking for an angle, and as Kelra gets free shots from the backside, the Lord has
Nice.
broken through. Aurora decides to back off. Lunar still keeping vision as the rest of the team moves back, waiting for the next wave. There's no mid side. They're waiting for that minion to drop. ONIC has lost an inhibitor as another wave comes crashing down the mid.
These arrows are landing like it's a point-click stun. Sans!
Tianzi takes him out. Kelra forces him.
Sans, are you having a hard time using your Dora, Sans? Come on, ONIC, come on, ONIC. Winnable, winnable, winnable. You got this.
Rosa keeping an angle, waiting for those arrows to come through.
All you have to do is defense.
What I was talking about, man. Aurora, they have the scaling when it comes to map control, especially if they get these
Oh, what a
turrets.
shot.
Another arrow lands on Kelra. Mans has no damage on minions right now, and the Abyssal Arrow will just constantly keep on coming. And so they're going to have to react to Pagu Lunar up front, and then the arrows. Lupi.
Onsports does drop.
Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa.
The arrow's out a lot of damage on Lupi. Another arrow drops, and Keyboy drops as well. Siggy Boom with a double kill. Tienzi under the tower. Sans has no way to escape.
I think Kara needs Harriet. That's why.
Just too much. Rose into the back line. He wants Kelra. The goal weight comes out. He dashes.
Whoa.
Aurora not done just.
Ow, ow.
Siggy Boom finds Kelra. Aurora.
Oh, no.
The tower, take out ONIC and take game number 1. Rosa
Please get stronger.
Selena, an absolute masterclass from Aurora Gaming. We've heard the shouts. We've heard the rumors of how strong they were in scrims. And they're doing it, they're pulling it off on stage.
No matter why Aurora Gaming Turkey was so strong.
Aurora Gaming just looks better and better
Wow.
every game we see.
It is because of Coach Midnight,
Dude, it
bro.
looked like Rosa was playing with Eudora's second skill with the range of Selena.
It's definitely disgusting
Wait, is that
at
you,
this
eh?
point. Every one of them
From
have
Aurora Gaming
Siggy
page?
Boom played an amazing game up against the
Or
gold
not?
standard. Tienzi, even after taking deaths early on, was able to pull through and still be a menace.
Midnight Parating Handa. We're gonna throw it back again. Oh, towards us.
Get towards us.
Towards maybe a
To
few words from
ourselves.
our boys. What do you think about the early game though, right? A few mistakes. Tienzi went in a bit too aggressively onto those waves, onto the creep up top. They took a fight under tier 1. But then everything just fell in place.
Aurora continues to surprise us, and I think after this match, we can no longer be surprised. We just have to know that Aurora is the real deal at this point. They are aiming for not just the top 8 finish, they're aiming for a finals right now. Still 2 games to go though. ONIC played a good start, honestly. Keyboy was able to do well in a few moments. Everyone kind of had their moments. But Rosa on that Selena, even at the end here, just hanging out, knowing that even if I don't get the kill, I am a nuisance with these arrows.
Is it crazy to say, but this team gives me vibes that I haven't seen in a long time. Prime ONIC Philippines of M6 vibes, no?
Okay.
No?
I see, like M6 ONIC Philippines when Kelra was on the team that finally gets the world championship. I think Aurora Turkey though still has like so much of their own identity. Like
They do.
They really do.
Rafael,
That's what I'm saying. They're still able to pull some of these crazy picks. It's the same Aurora that I feel like we've always been seeing. It's just more polished and better.
That's crazy to say, right? Because all this time, it always just feels like Aurora, they've been good. They've been kind of like creating the meta here and there. They were the ones who started the Harley as well at M7. But they were always so
Oh,
close
here
and
goes
so far
Mirko.
from being a top team. By top, I mean top 2. Because clearly, I think in the world,
Here are the
always gonna be
casters.
top 4, top 8 kind of team. They'll always be
It
ones
was the
making it up.
PST 9:23 in the evening.
They look like monsters. I'm speechless, honestly, by it, because I think a lot of us came to this day wondering, was the other day just a fluke?
No.
I mean, we heard good things about Aurora, but can they keep it up, right? Can they take out not just a Filipino region dominance, but also a Indonesian dominant team? And they have now defeated both.
Damn. I mean, I'm stoked to see it, man. I always love to see these new regions, pop off. Earlier, Yangon Galacticos, off of a disappointing M7 run, doing a really good job and now making it to the knockout stage already, being one of the first 4 teams to qualify into that top 8. Now, Aurora going through, I think, the hardest first 2 matches you could expect from a team in the group stage. Going up against TLPH in their first match and then having to meet up against ONIC ID. Speaking of ONIC, though.
Speaking of ONIC, I think we have a guest. We have a guy, a dude.
You know him?
I've heard of him.
You know him?
I don't think I've ever done an interview with him before.
That's cool.
Oh, there he is.
The King Kong.
King Kong, how you doing,
Hello
bro?
guys, hello. What's up? What's up?
What's up?
King Kong, first question, man. Instantly, I gotta ask you this question, right? You see the meta right now. You see all these assassins. You see the Selena in mid. How sad is it that you're not here, dude? Because it really feels like it's your meta.
Whoa.
Very, very sad.
I had to bring that up first.
Playing assassins.
What would you have done in the meta, though? Like, would you have dominated this scene?
I don't know. I guess we'll never know.
I guess we'll never know. Any tips for the sister team, the brother team, ONIC? Did you watch that game? How we feeling about it? What went wrong?
Oh yeah, I watched,
Give us your
game
viewpoint.
1. Advice: maybe just be aware of Aurora's early game dominance, especially the first minute of the game. Earlier, I think they were aware, but it's just that Rosa's Selena, mind-blowing.
Yeah, it is mind-blowing. You're right, King Kong.
Very, very good Selena as well. One of the best in the world. Any advice to deal with a Selena for ONIC? Or maybe just, for ONIC.
Advice for Selena, maybe... let me think. 1 second. I think just ban it.
Just ban it? Just straight up?
Just ban it.
Just ban it.
Makes a lot of sense.
No advices, just ban it.
Just ban it. Okay, that's the advice we're seeing.
Wow.
Yeah, let's see if they actually take that into game number 2. But now I want to ask your thoughts on Aurora Gaming, because they have looked phenomenal right now, right? They beat TLPH.
Very phenomenal. Yeah.
Very phenomenal. And now they're on course, actually getting a 2-0 win against ONIC ID. So, thoughts on Aurora?
Thoughts on Aurora? Actually, our preparation for the next season, every time we have a scrim versus Aurora, our scrims convince me that as of now, TNZ, best jungler, TNZ.
Whoa.
Mechanically.
Best jungler.
Best jungler. All right.
Better than you.
Yeah.
What about you? Yeah.
Better than me.
Wow.
Better than me. Yeah. If
Whoa.
scrims, because we don't do scrims with Team Liquid.
That's so aura,
Falcons,
King
so
Kong.
for me, yeah.
It's so
Thank you so much,
aura.
King Kong. It's always a pleasure to have you on the mic, man. Always great, always charismatic.
Thank you so much.
Nice hair, by the way. Good Oreo hair, you call it out.
Thank you so much, Sir Mirko.
Thank you so much, King Kong. And with backtracks, I believe. We're going to throw it over to segment.
Yeah, Briga's got some confessions.
What confessions?
Let's see.
Play is in our DNA.
Whoa. Oh, look at the little kid.
Whenever we
Cute.
act out, it becomes a superpower.
Whoa.
Now imagine an entire city being built to supercharge it. Qiddiya City, powered by play.
Powered by Play. Sponsored by Qiddiya City. Here's Brigida Confession. Confessions.
This is Confessions with Brigida. Brigida, I have been told that you are the nicest member of talent, so I've got to go easy on you. Is that just is it all just a bit of is it fake, or are you actually?
I don't think so, or it's probably because I'm a bit quiet, honestly.
Okay.
So they probably associate it with being nice, but I think I'm nice. I think I'm
So
nice.
nice to me. I've known you for 3 days.
Wow.
It's lovely, which makes this even harder. Okay, I use my hand for this one. What does this mean to you?
This means a little, like when you try to use body language, right? You say, oh yeah, it's a little.
Does it not have reference to something
Okay.
in particular?
And
Yes, it does. It does.
oh.
It's, I think, referencing a birthday greeting. A birthday greeting photo I made
Birthday
with
greeting?
someone.
Who?
So I was gonna
Sanford?
compose. That's the reference, Chris.
But what
It means it's Sanford.
Why? What did this have to do with anything?
Same question. I don't know how it got so big. It was just a birthday greeting. Right?
Right.
Yes, right.
Right. So yeah. I heard Khalid has a new name for his ultimate as well.
What is going on? Where are these questions coming from?
Whoa, what?
No, he did not change his ultimate name. It's still Raging Sandstorm.
Raging Sandstorm or like Raging Sanford? I know that in MPOPH S17, Brigida just accidentally said Raging Sanford, which she blushes about Sanford.
Or maybe Henry. Or James. Since the new movie just came out, guys. Please check it out. Wow.
We're not promoting.
Almost sip turned on until 5 a.m.
That's not what we do. I heard you're a big BTS fan.
No. I'm not. I like girl groups. I like Twice. I like Lesser. I like Espa. I like ITZY.
Wow.
I like Eugene's.
Says that you look like Momo?
He only likes K-pop girl groups.
Probably has.
I don't know.
Yeah, but that's an honor to be considered someone who looks like her. She is my bias. So I probably try, or my makeup's probably inspired from her.
I maybe need to start redoing my makeup to make me look like somebody.
I can do it.
What kind of thing do you think what would work?
Maybe eyeliner?
The eyeliner, yeah?
Eyeliner?
That's for the next one.
We'll try.
We'll do that for the next one. Do you normally open the MLBB chat on stream?
No. No. I don't. Whoever made these questions, I am going for you, I swear.
You will have your chance at revenge, don't you worry.
Okay.
You will have your chance.
Thank you.
Brigida, thank you so much. Are you still going to be the nicest member of talent after that, or?
I still am.
Good.
We always stay good, we always stay nice. Nothing can change that.
Good. Keep it that way.
A lot of people are haunted by their
Oh, whoa.
I'm inspired by it. They're not just playing for themselves, they're really playing for their entire family.
They have defeated their demons! They have crushed the curse!
This is not a game. Then what? It's STC Esports World Cup. Wow.
Welcome back to the series of this day. Aurora Gaming in the lead against ONIC. 1-0, dominant and undeniable. The force of nature that is the Northern Lights continue to shine bright. Let's go. Coach Yeb and Coach CW will have something ready and in store to answer what has been a very problematic Aurora for the teams that have faced them. They look too damn good. Renmar and Gideon still here to call over the draft.
The baseline of what everybody's expectations have been shifted. I
Wait,
am
be
sure
right
the
back. Oh,
fans
it's
are
start.
insane right now, and not to mention that this map reveal might actually be extremely important to what the next
Dangerous grass.
from Aurora. We get dangerous grass this time round, and luckily it wasn't the flying clouds. Maybe we might have something new.
Yeah, for sure. If it was Cloud, then I think it would not have boded well for ONIC, because I think some of the more unique picks in the metagame does arise out of Flying Cloud because of how fast you can quickly come back into the fight and into the map. So I feel like maybe it's really just because I have a lot of doubts about the hero. But I think it is warranted to deprioritize the hero.
Okay, started game 2, and they banned Stone and yeah.
That you won't have enough damage for, or you're lacking reach, and the problem for ONIC, they didn't have enough damage for Lunar's Uranus.
Look, I think, of course, Luna's Uranus was going to be a little difficult to get through, but that early game actually went exactly how ONIC wanted to go. But this time around, the adaptations are starting to come on in. They're still going to get rid of the Paquito, but of course, they're putting Selena as a priority here on blue side.
Yeah, that is a very worthy ban. I think Rosa's impact in the previous game was undeniable. Arrow after arrow, and you were pointing it out to me behind the scenes, the trap placements were perfect. Constant vision reading. And I think maybe that's why ONIC just couldn't get a footing in the game 2-3 minutes into the game. After the first minute where they got the kill on Tianzi, good. After that, it feels like their map movements were just red nonstop.
Exactly, and that's why it's always important, because information allows you to make better decisions at a faster rate. And Aurora was always able to assess, well, or at least assess exactly where they need to be. Oh, hey, topside, we've got 3 traps there. We just saw Fanny Abaddon. We got to immediately start moving over to the purple buff side and start stealing away resources. But this time round, at least for ONIC, a lot of respect is put on Aurora. Getting rid of not only Selena, they make sure that Fanny is out of contention.
This means the Ling and Hirara trade is in effect.
Oh, they banned Paquito, Fanny, Olus, Marcel. Okay, first pick goes to ONIC.
We'll get the other. It's the Hirara for ONIC.
Yeah, knowing Kyrie, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Hirara for ONIC, of course.
Early stages of the game against Aurora. But then we jump back, right? What is going to be the next open? Because now that we see the Atlas go away, a lot of teams have thought, maybe, all right, if we go the Eudora, that's one way of playing it. We've already discussed how we don't exactly want to kind of lean into it just yet. Maybe wait for Red 3, maybe arguably even Red 4. But Belleric has been a guarantee every single time.
Belleric and Eudora. They stole the Eudora.
I'm going to pause my noggin on Eudora for now. Let's see how they'll be able to translate that in game. I wouldn't mind a Uranus or Esme, something like that really early on. Something that demands a really good damage profile to give it a lot of difficulty, so that you force out some early, faster scaling heroes from Aurora. You can save your roam pick for later and adjust it in the second phase. You still have quite a wealth of options depending on which way you're going through. Uranus is the pickup on my wish lists.
All right.
See if they'll keep that up.
Let's see if the second part of it is going to complete themselves.
Oh, they go with the Rainers. They stole the Rainers.
Super early, but this time they're making sure that they have a little bit of everything, right? We've got our EXP already set. We've already made sure that we at least have
And the Cho.
in case that Ling shows up here on Red 3. And I think that Aurora needs to make some difficult decisions here, because Tianzi is a gold, an assassin, and what does the team kind of pivot towards? I think it has to be Sigabum at that point.
Still going to be the Ling. Comes in at Red 3. You're now going to be looking at the priorities for the gold lane.
And they stole the lane.
EXP lane for Aurora, unless they're looking to shift that Belleric into the EXP lane and then surprise with a roam pick that we aren't expecting it later on. Meanwhile, for ONIC, pretty honest already, you know that Cho is going to be going into the center of the map. And then you're waiting for their mid and their gold lane.
Oh, really great ban here.
Good ban.
Yeah, I mean, I'm expecting Esmeralda on the side of Onyx side just to kind of, free up some space here and make sure at least Lutfi is going to have a much better matchup to try and control this lane. They knew that was kind of out of the question, and thankfully Freya got banned out for the side of Aurora. Now Esme, the expected ban, we come back that to Aurora one more time. Is it going to be heavy? Maybe even a Lilia? I feel like, unfortunately, Lilia now, her HP is just way too low against these assassins, against these burst mages. It might not be worth it.
Wonder if anyone's cooking up something unique here. So far, though, we can still expect the usual options in gold to pop up. You could even think about maybe Aurora is still considering the Harith, knowing that you wouldn't expect something like Glue to show up. The Vexana and its range plus its AoE would have been detrimental for a Harith. Maybe if you take away a million, no? Okay, they'll take out a Brody. So you still have Moskov, Harith available. Claude, maybe I'll have to reel back a little bit into what I said about Claude earlier. He still might be viable.
Okay, so they banned the Vexana, Brody, Esmeralda.
Aurora is trying to set up for another Harith matchup into Melissa. That might be what they're trying to repeat here for Midnight side. I am interested though. ONIC.
The last ban is Barak.
And now all that's left is going to be Alice and the EXP. We're still looking for a means to not
Ooh,
only
the
engage upon
Claude.
opponents, but not to mention that there's like a decent amount of iframes. We don't get the Harith, but at least the Claude gets locked in for Aurora.
Come on, go, Kara, Harith.
Aurora will make this work. They play Claude, they play Ling, they play Eudora. I think they need a little bit more tankiness and then a little bit more sustain would be great. Meanwhile, for ONIC, at least you get an honest matchup in the gold, you know, and you can field any of the usual picks. They do have dives, so if you want to go for something like the Itchas we saw earlier, wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that could go wrong here. I'm thinking whether Valentina might be worth it just to steal the Wrath of the Dryads, but really, it's kind of tough overall, right? Because you're still not going to be able to get the correct battle spells out of certain targets, and I think that never is going to take Purify ever, especially...
There goes the Valentina and the Moskov.
has already been locked in to deal with the assassin instead of the Melissa matchup, so now we get the Hilda at the very
Ooh, Hilda with the roam, I think, or XP.
onto ONIC side, but with their opener, there was just kind of no way.
All right, you get two aggressive roamers that field around the map, and hell, the Aurora draft, they were blitzing right through it. Gideon, last thoughts about the lineups?
Last thoughts about the lineups. I'm going to say that this is a lot more even than I thought it was going to be, but most importantly, Lunar on this Hilda is going to have to do a lot of work, especially in the early stages of the game. That Uranus has full control. So, you know what's strong side, you know what's a weak side. Maybe that might be enough, but that mid, that's number one.
Let's go ONIC, please.
The cusp of history to make it into the knockouts. They already took down Liquid. Will they take down ONIC in a sweep as well? This is game number 2. Will ONIC force game number 3? Drex, Mirko, let's go.
A back-to-back win, a back-to-back clean sweep.
Here goes Mirko.
ONIC would certainly put them up there when it comes to greatest performances for a team in a group stage. But we'll find out here. ONIC have some solid answers as well. And just like Gideon pointed out, it is much more even here this time around.
Yeah, this seems like a much more straightforward draft from both teams. It's honest, it's simple, the game plan is there. There's nothing cheeky, there's no crazy Selena, there's no weird healers on the field. I'm excited to see how Lunar decides to rotate. How much is he going to harass from the CXP lane?
All right, quick check on the emblems again. It's going to be the Bargain Hunter. This time for Kelra on the Moskov, trying to get that item power spike. Quick Suns, the damage on Assan's first blood already.
Not a terrible start. Not a good start though.
For mid lane, feels
Whoa.
like for ONIC, and now Kyrie's looking for more. Dashes in the mid side, gets some good damage on Rosa. Pagu as well, but Kyrie can't get the finish. But still, they may have to go back after this.
Also, Keyboy just used the Cho skin can. Wow, even the Cho skin can.
It's ONIC who strike here early on.
It's not Iori Yagami Cho, it's Ken Cho, the Street Fighter one.
Game number 1. It seems like Aurora are going to have to force, or are going to be forced to climb back in this game already. No purple buff on the Ling, but everything still is relatively calm, right? Some pretty good picks here and there. Just that.
I mean, overall, they're going to go back and forth. It's the same thing we saw last time. Like you said, last time it was 2-2 in the first 3 minutes. Gold sitting at a standstill. TNZ, just like last time, takes a death right at the beginning of the match. Can he recover like he did last time? Kyrie, though, It's sad that those kills had to go into the pocket of Keyboy. 2-0 and 0 would have looked a lot better in
Here
Kyrie
goes
stats,
Celine.
but still, a win is a win in the book of ONIC right now. Turtle is up.
Tempo-wise, Aurora have been able to keep up with ONIC, and the thing is, with Rosa staying alive earlier in that skirmish, he'll be able to get level 4 before Sans. Sans has gone to the XP lane, soaked in the entire wave, and still isn't 4 just yet. He'll get 4 very soon. And that means Tianzi will almost a steal. What a crazy SOD to be sending there. Sans steals the Wrath of the Dryad. Lunar again with a tempo in the bottom lane. ONIC on the turtle.
Yeah, Lunar's gonna have to try to make his way up. Tianzi's looking for a possible steal here. Lunar is gonna try to open things up. Kyrie still able to get it.
Whoa, nice one, Kyrie. That's how you do it. Let's go, ONIC. Let's go. You got it stronger.
Unable to get the finishing blow on any members of ONIC. Keyboy still chasing down Lunar.
Whoa, whoa, whoa, what are you doing, Lutti? Nice.
Who dashes in to finish him off. A big win from
Nice one, Keyboy.
This time on turtle number 1, they learned from their mistakes. It was an insane utilization of the untargetable by Kai again to react to Pagu with the Wrath of the Dryad Flicker combo. Then he outplays the situation, gets away, and baits everybody into this skirmish. Kyrie with the retribution and the play. And now it's ONIC who are leading with tempo and goal. Great reaction though from Sigiboo. He did rotate quicker. Kelra was right behind him, trying to rotate over, and that's why Sigiboo couldn't stay for a bit longer for Lunar to deal enough damage over on Keyboy, and then the dive happened.
Yeah, at this point, ONIC has taken a decent lead. Still no kills into the pocket of Kyrie, but Lupi being 2-0 and 2 on this Uranus can be a problem. Yes, they have the hard lockdown with Pagu, they have the small stun with Rosa, but still it doesn't feel like enough to deal with a well-fed Uranus. And Lupi's gonna start harassing into this jungle. He's gonna start becoming a problem for TNZ, a problem for Rosa.
Despite that win for ONIC, the lead is still pretty much non-existent, just a 1,000 goal lead between the two. TNZ still level in XP against Kyrie despite dying 2 times. And now it comes down to
Alright, the turtle spawn in 15 nests or 15 seconds. Come on, Kyrie. Let's go with the Shivara. I think Kyrie Shivara was so insane. Mind blowing. Whoa!
Just to try to ward him off, Keyboy is there as well. The disengage is clean from Aurora.
That's a massive win for ONIC. They were able to bait out the Purify, a Blazing Duet, and the Tempest of Blades with the Retribution as well. This should be free
Whoa.
for ONIC, but it's always awkward. Rosa.
Here goes the Uranus with the turtle.
But it goes the wrong way. Well played by Rosa, but another utility gone. Flicker off the map for Rosa. Loopy now harassing the
Nice one, Kyrie.
turtle. But ONIC doesn't just want the turtle, they want a little bit more. A lot of damage onto Pagu. Wrath of the Dryad does come out from Sans. It's enough to buy time to take out Pagu. Kyrie gets the kill, and Loopy continues to zone Sigiboom and Rosa away.
A stack on the Sky Piercer for Kyrie. He wants a bit more now as Sans rotates over to mid, but that is a Hilda. Lunar still going to be able to survive right now as Pagu was an oh, wait a second, a dive perhaps? No. Lunar gets away, the SOD thrown into the bottom lane, but TNZ is still able to clear
Let's
it out.
go, ONIC.
Gonna be threatened now. ONIC know what they need to take, but they will play it slow. Sans in mid!
Sans takes a lot of damage.
Whoa, wow. Come on, Sans.
I mean, at this point, they just want their purple. You guys are in our territory. They don't want to fight. They're just trying to gain some ground on the map.
And this is where you get to see Rosa and Sans be a lot more vulnerable than in previous metas against tanks. If you walk up too aggressive, which is both their tendencies, you are going to be punished. This isn't the tank meta where you can actually stay up front and then just escape. Because in the assassin meta, you get caught, you're dead. Keyboy setting up for something.
Keyboy looking for a possible kick, lands it on TNZ. Kyrie.
Whoa, whoa, whoa, nice.
That's another kill into the hand of Kyrie to stack onto that piercer. In the mid side though, Loopy taking a little bit of shots. Whoa, Kyrie goes down.
Whoa, Kyrie goes down. What? Let's go, Kara.
Forcing them under the base. Loopy flickers in, and Rosa
Wow.
goes down. Kelra getting the kill, and now Lunar's in a back.
Here goes Keyboy.
Pagu also hiding under the tower. ONIC are moving on to that tier 3 in the boss side as they push Aurora back once again.
Oh my god. It's so beautiful to watch Chaotic MLBB, but amazing nonetheless. Aurora trying to respond over by being proactive after TNZ got picked off, but then again, it's ONIC improvising their way into a team fight win, just playing and threading the needles over these turrets.
So guys, quick announcement. This is part one. Okay, part two streaming will be available tomorrow.
Force their way in, and now ONIC showing that they can go toe-to-toe, play the same type of game.
Here goes the perfect turtle by ONIC.
To be able to fight for this, they just want to go for their purple.
Nope, I think they're gonna have to give this away unless TNZ finds a miraculous steal, but on Cho, on the hands of Keyboy, I don't think you're gonna try it.
Wow, perfect turtle by Kyrie.
Keyboy just has a way with the Cho whenever he's up against an assassin. And that's why TNZ, the man who's been popping off all throughout MSC, is now 0-3 against ONIC ID in game number 2.
Yeah, Aurora can't really start these fights at this point. They have to kind of let ONIC come to them and look for the bait. They have to get Keyboy a little bit too deep, or Sans a little bit too deep, to where they can respond and envelop the enemy. ONIC, on the other hand, has been able to catch Aurora off guard time and time again. Loopy gonna take a couple shots, should be okay. Doesn't have the consecration right now, but still not a
Only last turret available on top. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! Nice, nice. Oh, Lunar just escaped. What? But Kenji's down already with this link. Nice, nice one, Sans. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Whoa, whoa, out, Keyboy! Ow!
Able to still get a shutdown, but Keyboy goes with the Jeet Kundo, baits out the flicker from Rosa, but finds the Jeet Kundo on Pagu. So at the end of the day, it's still a forced error. They're still able to utilize all of their resources well enough to punish Aurora and their awkward movements. It really comes down to these members playing as individuals. You gotta win those 1v1s. It's been a lot of 1v1s across the map in game number 1, but now ONIC have read it. They finally are able to adapt to the circumstances that Aurora have put them in. And Aurora, they're the ones who are struggling to even find a structure right now. That's gonna be their first structure in the game. Turret tier 1 down low. But Tienzi's a level down on Kai, about to be 2.
And look at Keyboy in this bush. Sigiboom needs to be careful. May get caught out here. And I feel like so much is on the shoulders of Sigiboom right now with the game that Tienzi has had. He's just not able to fully pop off. He has been a target for so long. Sigiboom, on the other hand, still has the ability to scale up. But to be able to do that, you need Pagu, you need Lunar to be able to set something up for the team.
I'm surprised ONIC are just blitzing the Lord right now, knowing that Kyrie is 3 whole levels ahead of Tienzi, and they have Moskov to play out in the side lane. But they're gonna take it slow. Aurora are the ones holding the Lord, but look at Kelra up top. This is a bad move.
Kyrie forced away. A big kick by Keyboy with the wave.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Nice. Miss shot. Oh, Moskov is gonna push. Come on, Kelra. Double kill by Kyrie. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Untargetable by Chenzi. Nice! Whoa! What a comeback! Whoa! Come on, come on, come on, come on!
It's Lunar, 4 seconds on the clock for Rosa, 8 for Pagu. Can they bide enough time? Can they hold the defense? ONIC knocking at the door, another wave of minions comes out. Pagu's there as well. Doesn't have a Wrath of Dream, but look at the big stun, look at the damage.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Rosa.
To go another day as Lunar dashes in, gets pushed back, and ONIC has to run away at this one.
That was a bit of greed from ONIC. They got everything. Yes, good plays by Aurora, but ONIC stayed too long when the Lord was up as well. They could have backed off, went straight for the Lord, but instead they tried to double down on the end and they got caught. That's the thing. That's the beauty of this meta. Doesn't really matter if you're 8,000 gold ahead. One mistake can set you back, and it almost did. What is that damage? It's a whole 1,000 gold difference in the mid lane, yet Rosa was able to burst down these squishy members of ONIC.
Wait, be right back. I have to toothbrush for a minute.
Right there, dude. That would have been a dream for the burst to come through. TNZ to respawn just on time, getting the pitch poised. But even then, ONIC still have an 8,000 gold lead. They have that far lane control. They're going to try to burst this Lord.
Even if Pagu had the Wrath of Druid in that split second there, he was still waiting on cooldown. All it took was a couple more seconds. That could have gone horribly, horribly worse for ONIC. And I think this is why they've been taking it slow. This is why they've been careful at their approach in these fights, because at any moment, the combo play is there. We're down to 12 and a half minutes, and Aurora still has some ways to respond.
So now we got to talk about the wave clear. Honestly, not too good for Aurora. In a way, usually when you have a Ling, you can actually split these minions apart. You can stagger the waves just by clearing the side lane. But with a Moskov on ONIC's hands, with a 9,000 gold lead as well, don't really think that's going to happen. ONIC are going to be able to handle all three waves. So Aurora, they might have to lose all their base turrets if they want to survive in the game.
All right, Aurora going to be able to defend down the mid. They clear the tower, but a Lord is coming down the top as ONIC moves on to the bot side wave. They want to try to crack another inhibitor. Keyboy dashes in with the G-Kun Do. A big stun from Rosa. The ult doesn't quite connect. Kyrie able to phase out. Aurora defend the tower, they move on to the top Lord, and ONIC get nothing in that push.
Wow. Still a stellar defense. I really thought that the base turrets would go down with that Lord. Knowing that they have so much tempo in the Moskov as well, but Aurora, they've already used the Rector Keyboy.
Gets the kick. But
Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa.
A lot of damage on Loopy. Loopy tries to dive in. He's forced to flicker out. Kyrie in the backside.
Oh, Keyboy's down.
Finally gets the kill. TNZ taking shots from
Let's go, Kyrie.
and Kyrie's got his two. Siggy Boom with a blazing duet on the Loopy and Sons. Trying to chase him down, but Loopy's on his back. He BMI's back, but not before he
Whoa,
gets the
double
shutdown.
kill. Wait, is that a comeback again? Is that a comeback?
Base turrets in the sides, but my goodness, did everything fall right on top of
Wait.
Aurora. That was perfect. Keyboy missed the way the dragon. He didn't get the right target, didn't get the right angle. But look at this crazy move by TNZ. I mean, a tad bit of luck, obviously. The fact that the piercing spears didn't get him. Oh my God. That was a clencher for sure, even for Siggy Boom here, who had to walk past, following through the BMI. Back last second, 2 members down. ONIC now on the defense. Aurora back in the game. Trex, 10,000 gold leads in this meta. It doesn't really feel like the normal 10K.
It doesn't at all. Big SOD doesn't connect Aurora, getting their second structure of the game.
Oh my God.
At 15 minutes in and hanging on a prayer right now. But showing that at any moment they can still outplay, and ONIC has to respect it.
And now it's back to that slow build. It was Winter Crown earlier for Siggy Boom. He sells it, gets the win in nature, knows just how much there is of a threat from ONIC when it comes to the physical damage. Kelra scaled up completely. Kyrie.
Okay, I'm back where I missed. And then, whoa. ONIC takes the Lord.
But that survivability of his. Now Aurora,
Keyboy,
do they read it out? Do they do housekeeping properly, right?
Pagu's done it, but he's already on Rosa. He's already looking for the kick. Rosa flickers, stops him.
Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa. Nice. Nice, sir. Oh, help Kara. Help Kara. Oh, ow.
That's not worth it. Kelra for Rosa is not worth it.
That's not worth it. Oh, here goes Luna. Nice. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nice. That's double kill already. Nice one, Kyrie.
They need you. You gotta get back to base.
Up top, Siggy Boom clearing out the wave. Final baser of the game gonna be falling. Keyboy.
Whoa. Whoa. Looks like it's about to end. Let's go, ONIC. It's ONIC time. Wow, nice. What are you doing, Sans? Whoa, wow. Nice. Untargetable. Oh, it's about to end. Nice. What a comeback.
What a game! What a series to the end of that push! Rosa
Rosa keeps everybody on the edge of their seats. ONIC still though, holding on, utilizing the leads and pushing through with the iframes to touch from those Suns. Kyrie said it in an interview. This is our meta. And to level this series 1-1 in a battle from a promotion to knockout stage, yeah, that's exactly what we needed. That's exactly what we anticipated.
Nice
My
one,
goodness.
ONIC.
What a good game of MLBB.
What a good series. We still got one more to go at this point.
I want 4 more of those.
Yeah,
please.
just give me the best of 7 at this point. Let's just keep it going. Oh man.
God. That was just beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful MLBB, man.
From both sides, even Aurora defending for that long, trading off. Rosa comes back up, Siggy Boom hangs on, but ONIC did not want to they didn't want to turn around. This is all or nothing right here. We're either finishing this or we're losing this.
There were no breaks. They took it out, right? There was a nitro button and they definitely put it on. The gear from 1 to 6 as well after that first turtle. And it was Aurora playing on the back foot for such a long time. It's impressive, honestly, how they were able to turn things around for just a bit, especially here. It just came down to hero plays after hero plays for Aurora to stay in the game.
That game was only, what, 18 minutes, something like that? It felt like a 25-minute game.
Nice one,
Dude,
ONIC. Now it's all
like
one.
me on the edge of my seat throughout the whole thing, and I mean, so many great plays. Siggy Boom here, able to save the base. This is when they had a slight entry back in, but here's the end. Rosa up, Kyrie gets the immortality, Winter Crown's back, able to get to safety, iframes out of the shot, Keyboy Loopy re-engage, and iframes the Forked Lightning once again.
The SOD landed. We're gonna throw it to the panel to dissect this game and break it all down.
Man, that was a fun one. ONIC tie it back up, and we go again. Best of 5s coming up soon, but best of 3s for now. So we turn it into a best of 1 to tell us what the story will be, who's moving on, and for a match that has about at least a minimum, if you win versus if you lose, $40,000 on the line.
Oh boy.
That's kind of the way it should go, huh, Rimar?
Yeah, I love the show that we are getting. Yeah, clearly that was a one-sided on the game, but Aurora on the defense. But Keyboy went into this game with a mission, man. He wanted revenge, and he got it.
It's some hot stuff. Honestly, it's some of the best Auroras we've seen so far, the best plays that we've seen so far, and really high caliber decisions that are being made from both sides with compositions that honestly one mistake should have been kind of over for.
It was a lot of like base holding almost and continuing. Gideon, was this on in your mind more of the fact that ONIC was making a moment that shouldn't have been a moment, where they needed to be more aggressive? Were they less patient? Was it just really good defense by Aurora, even though they should have died in some of those earlier moments? What do you think about those base defenses, how they kept going?
Well, I think a lot of it just really boils down to how you kind of envision your opponent, right? I think they understand that Aurora is coming in really, really hot right now, and if they drag the game out any longer, the higher the possibility that maybe they were going to drop the game afterwards. Obviously, there were some moments where maybe the most correct play was to go down to the Lord, but why risk it when TNZ has been this close every single time to stealing away neutrals?
So just pushing and pushing, saying we got to end it now. This is it. We throw it all against the wall. It worked. I mean, it was great to see ONIC bounce back. And Rinmar, I know you got some plays that you've lined up for us in terms of how that game went. What did you catch when you were looking at game 2?
Well, I was looking at the draft first and foremost. Gideon and I had some very important discussions about it. Looking at the draft, of course, our priorities over the side for ONIC. We both really liked that the choke came out early. So the orders have been a little bit twisted, but then just keep in mind, all right, Gideon, I need your help out here. All right. You don't need to put your armor on me, but I like it. So
I like it too. It's great vision. Somebody take a photo of this. Smile.
So the show actually came out of the first phase alongside with the Hirara, and the pick that I really liked coming out of the first phase was the Uranus. ONIC knew that Aurora needed to pick the Ling at the 3rd slot here, and that's exactly what they did. Because if they ever wanted to match the Esmeralda into the Uranus, they can. If they prioritize the Esmeralda over the Ling, they're losing the Ling, and then suddenly they're down on Assassin. They needed to rush the Ling at red 3. They banned out the Esmeralda later on. Now, I feel a little bit vindicated with my, I wouldn't call it hatred, but dislike for picking up the Claude and the...
Yeah, you do.
Eudora early
it doesn't
on,
work.
especially with the Uranus up, but Gideon made a fair point that it was the Cho coming out early that was really good. You want to hop in real quick as to why you really like the Cho coming out?
Because the beautiful thing about the Cho is that it forces a lot of gold lane matchups to be skewed in one favor or the other because of Flicker. Sometimes especially when you're facing off things like Harith or when you can get run down by someone like Claude, having Flicker is the make it or break it in that laning phase. So here, especially when it comes down to first phase Cho, there was a lot of value because you see Sigabum now has to take Purify.
Yeah, all right. So now let's go back to the first play that I want to break down here. This was like the first big team fight for Turtle number 1, if I'm not mistaken. So this got stressed out. And you see the difficulty here for Aurora when it comes to fighting, especially with the presence of the Uranus around. You see how much hell Lutfi is giving them with the movements that he's making in the fight, but then most importantly, the impact of Kiboy on the Cho. Those two together early on gave a lot of problems for Aurora in the team fights because of the single target lockdown of the Cho, the AoE that he has, and if ever Aurora miss their timing, miss their opening in the team fight, it's going to be the Uranus slowly punishing them with the creeping damage that he provides. And the final play that I would like to break down, if ever we don't get to see the really awesome final fight in the Siege, is this one. This was the dagger fight that solidified the lead. See, Kiboy, again, starting it out, marking TNT, marking Aurora really well, and that forced Aurora to respond. But with Kyrie holding the bush, he will get spotted out in AoE, but watch out for Sass coming in with a Valentina ult to get the kill there onto Sigibum, and then Kelro landing the SOD in time to join the fight and deliver the dagger. That was the win that solidified the lead and the win for ONIC.
I hope it was ONIC, otherwise we're here for no reason. It's a 2-0 Aurora, just kidding. It's ONIC, they tied it up, it's 1-1. And, you know, that was a great breakdown, Ramari. Also, you know, you mentioned Moskov and that's SOD, and the fact that he has played such a big role in this tournament. It feels like it's been the decider in so many different games, whether it's been the main thing or whether it's been that extra thing that just pushes them over the edge, especially with the Hararas, with the Chos, as this instance you said. Valentina worked out pretty well in mid as well and kind of like stabilized for them. And, you know, I just wonder, what do you think? The lane continues to go down in win rate. We see the Harara go up in win rate again, Gideon. Do you really think it's that matchup? I mean, other question, how do you enable the lane enough to where you start moving this around back in the other direction?
That's a great question, man. I think it comes down to priority, right? That's why you see like these highly defensive plays coming up. A lot of teams who is like, oh, you know what? Because Hirara is actually so good at killing these early on, especially at level 2, they look for these fights. So it's a game of rock, paper, scissors. It's either I invade, you defend, or I attack your mid lane, try make sure I get some battle spells, or maybe I trade junglers. Either way, it's about punching above your weight and getting as much of value as you can with as minimal discounts as possible.
Yeah, the tradings early on, especially for those picks, is getting really quite difficult. I think Hirara is just such a really great pick. The multiple iframes as you get, the multiple dashes. I know Ling has a slightly similar kit, but again, it's the difference in what happens if suddenly one of the main pieces you need around to help support the Ling. We think of Ling as an independent hero, as an assassin, but it does need some help as well. It needs some sandbags, it needs someone to help crowd control and peel for itself if ever it decides to finally join in with a Tempest of Blade. But what happens when the Hilda gets taken out early? What happens when the Bellery gets taken out early? It gets difficult for the Ling and TNZ to start making a move of when to go in.
It feels like it just has a higher floor than the Harara, right? I mean, in terms of being able to execute it, I would say. I think I might have reversed that in the way that I was trying to explain it, but you need more elements to make sure your Ling is absolutely dominating the way that a Harara feels like. If she's a first pick, there's so many different ways we're seeing lineups built to exploit what she does well, and she's getting the job done. I mean, you can't have a 75+ win rate without that, right? You have to be flexible. So it seems like maybe that could be a priority going into it in terms of, even though somebody gets Ling, somebody gets Harara, is it really an even trade anymore?
Yeah, I think it's the acceptance of, I'm going to play for the later stages of the game and Harara wants to play in the early stages of the game, right? It's very clear identities when these jungles have to actually battle against each other, because even so, there are some pros and cons, right? Despite Harara having 4 abilities at level 2, Ling can cross the map in less than 3 seconds, right? You're giving away pressure for extra strength when you are playing this Aurora. So that's why it really boils down to that mid lane. And I think that a lot of teams are starting to recognize right now, hey, if we can influence the lane with our picks, Cho, very good example of this, to force people to take out Purifies, I think then it starts to open your mind to what other options you have of what truly is strong side and weak side.
Yeah, so we might need to revisit the importance of showing up Cho a little bit earlier in the draft, as Gideon pointed out. For me personally, the type of mid laners you have and the damage profile that you have, looking at the opposing EXP laner. If Eudora's up, I really don't like to pick it up if the Uranus is around, if the Barretts is around.
Yeah, ONIC coming back from that first win. We thought Aurora was going to continue on doing what they did, early, quick success, and now ONIC has forced Siggy Boom, and the first time Aurora's coach, Midnight, to come up with another plan. This is their first loss of the tournament so far.
I think at this point, maybe they just go for the trade. They go for the Ling Hurrah trade. They got to ban one of those options.
Ban one of those out, pick it up, and then force the other to play a different kind of assassin?
Exactly, because so far blue side first picks have been very interesting when it comes down to like whether or not you're going to get one of these assassins. So the two predicaments that we're currently in, the Hirara Ling, on top of the fact that, you know, Atlas, Beleric, and Valentina are still highly
Okay, so
contended.
there's a game 3, we have expanding rivers.
I think now, especially with both of these teams who heavily depend on both Zikaboom and Kelra, there's more priority for the supports to go up.
With the rivers being the map that we're playing now, you're gonna have to commit abandon to Freya at some point. You always expect with Freya in rivers to always join Turtle 1. That's a given. If it's not gonna be the Freya, then it's a really fast rotating gold laner to see if they can build an early lead, similar to the Claude that might want to join in, or a Moscow.
Here goes game number 3. Yeah, it's a tiebreaker.
Well, the Atlas and the Marcel.
Okay, so the Marcel,
as well.
Atlas,
Aurora kind
Fanny, and Selena.
trying to throw it all on the line here.
Yeah.
This is kind of
Those
interesting,
characters
right?
are now
So
banned.
ONIC have respected, you know what, Fanny, Selena must go every single time. But then you come to Aurora side on blue. This time they made sure, you know what, we're going to do exactly what you did in the previous time. We're going to ban out the Marcel. We're going to give you that last option to decide whether you want to do the trade. And yes, they do go for the trade. Aurora gets banned out. It wouldn't be too surprised if this is going to be a Ling and then trade for Cho.
Yeah. ONIC would want to get the Cho, and they have an
Oh, they
option to go
banned
for
the
the
Zusin
utility
and the
jungle if
Hirara.
ever. There are still a lot of assassins on the board. You could still consider bringing back Harley, but of course, as we discussed earlier, the Freya trade is active.
Freya.
Aurora would rather go for the Freya. They can play the flex. They have options for it. They don't need to rush showing it whether it's going to go into the EXP or gold.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Just means that they're more confident in that in comparison to giving TNZ an option or trying to expand the pool just a little bit more, which means that ONIC at this stage need a decent amount of peel. They could go for traditional counters, but that might reveal too much early on.
Yeah.
I think it's going back over to the Eudora once again.
You think Aurora's going to be crazy enough to go again with that Raphael in mid, Barrett's XP, Freya gold?
They could set it up. They could set up for it, but they need something that like hard scales in that jungle, and without the Harara early on, I think now they need something else to kind of fulfill that position. Ooh, Pack.
Ooh, an early Paquito.
Paquito
That's interesting.
and
So I
Ling,
think they're
Kyrie Ling
also opening
again.
up their options as a flex in the gold. So if ever that Freya goes gold, then you send the pack on over, and then at least you get a fighter trade in the gold lane.
So that means the Esmeralda, Ruby, Trigger Fingers need to be there. So let's see whether we find any of those indicators in this draft. Then, if you're already getting rid of Zushin, I would have imagined that they would look for something a little bit more peely, right? Or at the very least, the Cho at some point of time. It makes a lot more sense now for Aurora than earlier, now that they've shown the Ling. But even so, I still think that there's a lot of value in it.
It also makes sense to take out the Jushin if ever you're going to be going for like a full dive, because you guys do not want to get like all crowd controlled up in the air by Jushin. So that might have already been a tell by Aurora that despite
Wait,
this
hold on.
looking like a
Do we have a
flex, this is
Beleric and
mid-range style of conversation for
Uranus?
Aurora. Yeah, here we go again with the Uranus coming out early. They get the Beleric. I wonder if they're trying to bait out and signal to ONIC like, hey, commit a ban into the Rafaela in the
Hold on,
second
be right back.
phase. We did it before, we'll do it again.
It's a tanky lineup right there as well. A lot of front line and presence. We mentioned Rivers rotating will be on the docket.
Yeah. And the interesting thing is that they're trying to, I feel like they're trying to get in the head of ONIC because within the draft lobby itself, they got Rosa to pick up the Uranus. So it's like sort of telling ONIC, hey, maybe you want to consider that this might actually be going to a mid lane, and then we're going to be pulling out a lot more surprises. So draft lobby in-game,
interesting
mind game stuff going on right now by Aurora, potentially.
Yeah, it's putting ONIC in a pretty awkward position because last time they didn't have to worry like too much about certain things, and they were also actively banning out the Paquito. Now they kind of have to take it away to deny options, but now once again you get this Eudora and the same problems are going to occur. It's great when you're trying to peel away this Freya from you before her ult gets ripped, but even so, that pressure we've seen many times, you lose that out fast.
It is a question of sticking to what is good, what is available, and trying to make it work. But also, it's a question of how can we not get surprised. Eudora is certainly not a surprise, which means maybe Aurora expected this. You would have probably thought, okay, Eudora Ling available, so that's probably what they'll go to. But do they have an answer, something sneaky?
I'm thinking whether or not this could be a potential Kimmy angle as well. That's another thing that I'm scared of.
Yeah.
Oh, they're betting
Okay,
on
I'm back.
just to make
Where
sure that
did
these
I left?
neutral objectives are going to
Ooh,
be less
Eudora
easy to
Suns
test for, especially
again.
since you have anti-CC.
And then they banned the
Violet
Guinevere and
Esmeralda, pretty good ban
Esmeralda.
here. And this is an admission from Midnight. It's like they recognize that both sides could actually lean into the double fighters.
Yeah. So now, that might actually be a bit of a reveal of where the Uranus is already going. Because if you ban out the Esmeralda, it makes a lot of sense.
They stole the Rhinos,
Freya gets sent to go, the Belleric
and then they stole Ling and Eudora.
Because I was thinking, I wonder if Aurora drafted
That
something
would be a surprise.
Yeah, exactly. Like, is it crazy flex that the Belleric could still go X speed or the Uranus could still go jungle? That's what I'm thinking. Like, is Uranus jungle gonna be up to speed to the Ling? And then I realized, no, it's gonna be way too slow.
Is Uranus, Rome, Belleric, XP, Freya Gold an option?
Uranus, Rome, a little bit kind of funky.
It would
but
be
Belleric
The
XP
Rafaela
definitely
banned.
good. Oh, they banned out the Rafaela.
I love it. I love it. This is a position that Midnight wanted them to at least say, hey, recognize me, look at me, right? Get rid of the Rafaela. And now that you've committed to it, I want to see what the conversion is going to be at the end of the day, right? Because, again, Midnight's got a lot of plans, and at the same time, he's shocked us in the first couple of days. If he's got something else in that pocket of his, I'm interested to know why.
I do like this. Double Fighter's been talked about, but we'll see if that ends up becoming a reality for either of these teams. Still on that final ban phase for Aurora. What will they take away?
Oh, they get rid of the carry. The thicker lineup is going to be a lot more. It's going to be real hard to get through. And now that they've already locked the Eudora for themselves on the side of ONIC, they don't even have the option of
And then they
Gord
banned the
to
carry.
lean into after to try and deal with the frontliners. What does that leave us with? There's not a lot of good support options here as well. I mean, you can sort of go but down just to like slow peel stuff, but after game number 1, I think they keep
Barat.
take a step back here as they get the Barats.
Yeah.
I wonder, are they crazy enough to send
I
that Uranus
think-
to XP you pick
I think
up?
the Barat's roam.
Oh, no. The Ling is throwing me off. I'm thinking if there's any room for a surprise, like Mathilda somewhere, an X-Borg somewhere, but then with the Ling, you're gonna get slowed down in your jungling if you try to go for something cheesy in the jungle.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Matilda is looking real good for either side.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, they go for the Y.
Whoa, the even shit.
It's a little
And
controversial
the
here.
Louis.
Oh, the Lo Yi.
And not a unique hero. Here we go.
Which means Louis debuted it?
Want map pressure to be able to kind of, if we're a little bit slow on the turn, the Loyi is able to teleport multiple people at once to a target location. Yes, it is reveal, big whoops,
think they need the
it's still a
marksman.
way to kind of maintain pressure. Oh, I lose priority? Doesn't matter. I'm still there.
And
You
then
know,
the,
this could be an
I think
interesting
this
approach
could
and a
be
different way
Freya
of thinking
Gold.
for Aurora. ONIC, you think they expected this one? I mean, final pick, they have a chance to respond, but I mean, first time we're seeing Louis in
The
this
first
tournament.
time ever see
Process
Barat's
again,
roam, I
has
think.
not won a game, been played about 6 times. This will be the 6th. We'll see if that changes here.
Let's see if they'll make it work. You see some cursed options so far, and I think
Minotaur?
this will balance things out in terms of like the cursed option curses, I guess.
I think
With
Paquito
the
Gold.
Eudora getting picked, knowing that the Uranus is still open, the YSS getting picked, knowing that it's going to be a little bit slower because there's a Barons on the other side. Oh, interesting choices, but with the low Yi, this might be the X factor.
Yeah, Paquito Gold, not Barat's roam.
Well, it's going to be a flicker battle. This could be over in a flicker as well because you see these two teams, how good they are. how effective these drafts can be. But only one is going to move on into your knockout rounds. One will still be alive and will join another elimination game. But for game 3, it needs no hype added. It's a big one. ONIC trying to take down Aurora Gaming. Let's send it over to our casters, Mirko and Trex.
Here it is, the final game of the series. It's Mirko and Trex to bring you the action of this game 3. And conclusion awaits us. The climax, here we go.
I'm not ready for it, Mirko.
Alright, the game 3 is now started. Tiebreaker. Let's see if ONIC wins.
He has been a chef in the draft. Let's see if this one is going to pull it off. Mirko, any thoughts on the way this draft turned out?
Okay. Just against these very low-range targets, the Loyi makes...
Whoa, Freya Gold versus Paquito Gold. What? That's a fight face off in the gold lane.
Right? So it's AoE damage that Aurora are playing around. And they have a very good front to back. If they can somehow get the tempo, which should be kind of like the win already, just based on the composition here, on those side lanes, they can play around Rosa early on. So we'll find out. Again, it's the Wilderness Blessing with the Braves My Rosa. Even though he's on the Loyi, does a lot of good damage on ONIC's composition, still got to get that safety net, man. A little bit of sustain. Tenacities across the board as well, though, but nothing too crazy.
Let's see what kind of Paquito skin that Tella got.
Wondering if Aurora's going to try to capitalize and harass onto this orange buff, but ONIC already smells it coming. They're going to move in, try to push Aurora away. TNZ might want to get involved in this
Wow,
one.
Paquito, what are you doing?
Nice mount shocker, good stun.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Nice! Nice flicker, though.
By Loopy, so well done to disengage by him. Aurora's forced to back off.
And that's what I'm talking about, man. These melee targets clumping up together, it's just so good for Rosa to find the constant yin-yang reactions on him. And it's gotten them a free golem.
Yeah, they should be able to get this one. Let's see which way it goes. TNZ actually does.
Whoa, nice! Nice start! Good start! Nice one, Sans. Ow!
Hasn't been the best
Still, what a nice start, ONIC. Oh, it's not Ryu, it's Terry Bogard skin, the Paquito.
So TNZ should still be able to get the orange buff and make it in time into the turtle. So let's see again what happened here. Is just Sans with the flicker in, dude. Gets it, shut down, a stun. Kyrie is Cherry on top with the Tempest of Blades. But it will be traded, so not the worst. Still really good for ONIC, but not the worst for Aurora.
And Aurora is not, you know, whether it's game 1, game 2, or game 3, they're not going to stop their style of play. And that's that early aggression. That's exactly what King Kong was talking about in an interview. They have to watch out for that first minute or two. And ONIC has been dealing with it well. Diversion play up to the turtle.
Oh, someone teleported.
Forced to back off. A nice pullback from Loopy. Good stun. Nice stun on a Loopy as well, but a nice stun from Sans as well.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa! Ah, Tenzi just got the turtle. Come on, nice one! Whoa, Loopy's down. Wait. Kella's having a hard time using Paquito?
TNZ is nothing but a bait to reel ONIC in for the rest of the team to corral over and just pounce. Siggy Boom with the rotation, similar to Kelra. Kelra had the instant rotation first, but again for Siggy Boom, it's about waiting for those resources to be depleted by ONIC already from the rest of the team for him to come in as the main carry. 2 kills over, now the gold lead as well. They even got the neutral objective with that turtle earlier, so man, Aurora really cooking. Maybe that's how you make the Yi Sun-Shin work. Every other team, they pick the Yi Sun-Shin, they play around the Yi Sun-Shin. Aurora like, this is the Yi Sun-Shin. He's a support.
he gets the turtle, he dies, then we kill you, and that's just the goal. You know, but honestly, this has been the start for TNZ in all 3 games. Even in game 1, he got hit by Keyboy, died very early on. So I don't think we completely count him out. Yes, right now on a YSS, you don't want to have 2 deaths this early, but at least this time Siggy Boom.
Whoa, nice one, Kara! Kara, let's go, Kara!
Very underrated member of Aurora, right? Everybody
there goes Keyboy, let's... Oh. What's Keyboy doing?
Member, but Siggy Boom, just a constant growth from this man right here. From his debut on Aurora, actually from his debut in S2G at M6, to then joining Aurora. He's now all alone, but that's why Freya's meta, you know? Never really out of the meta since M7.
Thank you, Arfi. I hate you, kinda, a little bit.
I like the fray. I like seeing it. It's fun to watch. It gives us a little bit of
Oh
taste
yeah,
in the gold
Aurora
lane. But you're
Gaming
mentioning
Turkey
Sigma, and the
did
fact is, yeah,
the
a couple of years ago,
Freya
we've said
R3
Sigma was
one.
going toe to
Do you
toe
know
with
it's
Kelra in
R3,
the
right?
gold lane.
Gold lane of
That
alter
growth
ego.
right there shows how far
He
this
uses
team has
Freya
come.
on the
But
gold lane.
ONIC
Whoa, whoa,
has
whoa,
the
whoa.
talent
Where's
to
Chenzi?
match it. Has
I
the
mean, where's
talent to
Kyrie?
snuff it out.
Where's Kyrie?
Boy works his way down. Gets caught by the yin yang.
Oh
Will
no.
have to back off. Loopy taking a lot of damage as well. May not be able to get away from this. Siggy Boom gets a knock up and Lunar gets the kill. A nice taunt on to Keyboy as well.
I think
Keyboy able
they're
to dash away to
casually
safety.
losing.
But Aurora get another objective.
And the diversion again, sending them over to orange buff.
Kyrie isn't even going to try to contest it. They know there's no chance.
Hey, it's just so good from Aurora. Dude, they're... Oh, you get reactions!
Hmm. I didn't see that. Sans died.
Sans just got cooked. Again, he's been getting cooked.
Kyrie gets an orange buff, though. He steals one back. So Kyrie's constantly being proactive on the map. But now, Siggy Boom up against Kelra. Siggy Boom up against Kyrie. Siggy Boom up against the
Whoa,
world.
whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! Kelra! Wow. How did they...
Who is this man? That man, Siggy Boom! Really puts the boom at MSC right now with the Freya 3-0-1 in a 2v1. He likes those odds, just go straight through ONIC. Lunar with the backup, immaculate. Now another diversion, tier 1 in mid, tier 2 down below. They're moving.
How many turrets are destroyed?
They're in flow state right now. Aurora has achieved perfect flow state. They're 4K ahead. It's game 3. And normally in a moment like this is when teams start to crumble. But Aurora's just getting stronger.
No way.
Rosa, able to flick back. One more shot.
Whoa, nice one, Kyrie.
Can Lunar chase
Uh-oh.
him down? At least even the playing field. Lunar
Whoa, jump again? Oh, plus the floor touchdown.
You thought that was Axel,
Wow. Nice healing, Keyboy.
Looking at how chaotic the game has been, how many flanks we had in the last game, I don't blame you. For a second, even my eyes deceived me. I was like, yo, is that positive? Is that Belric? No, it was Keyboy just to conceal to help him in case the chase went a bit too far. But Aurora, 4,000 ahead, Tienzi gets away. ONIC trying to tie Keyboy.
Ooh, Keyboy does
Whoa,
dash
whoa,
in.
whoa, ah.
Tienzi's on phase because of the Traceless. Keyboy now, Siggy Boom on a Sans. Keyboy gets the knockup, but Siggy Boom doesn't want to let him stop him at all. Keyboy will fall. And now Siggy
Ow.
Boom's under the
Oh
tower.
no, Lupi!
Top side. Bring me back to the other tower. What do they do? And Lunar finds
1/3
Sans,
left
and Siggy Boom
on
goes
the
back to
bottom.
base safely.
Not even close, baby. Siggy Boom.
Whoa, there's Kyrie! There's Kyrie! Kyrie, nice one! Nice steal, Kyrie!
Was it worth it?
Wow.
I don't know if that was worth it. He took the purple buff as well. They got the turtle. It really comes down to how Aurora are able to convert now off of that kill. Because Kyrie got the purple, I guess there's not much resources in the jungle to take away from him. That very clearly should have been a free turtle for Aurora. So I guess if we look at the conditions, sure, it's pretty worth, right? All right, it's the only thing they can get. It's the only thing they can
At least
get.
you got something.
They got something.
That's what we're looking at. Fair enough, fair enough. Lunar on the Uranus this time, you know,
Who's
last
gonna
time.
deal with this guy?
Nobody. Nobody. They have a, I mean, they got a little quick sun from Sans. They have the big knockup. They do have crowd control, don't get me wrong. But are you going to waste all of that on Uranus when you got Siggy Boom jumping around?
Nope. Uh-oh. No purple buff this time. Yenzi.
Kyrie with the back and forth will not get taken down, but Siggy Boom's there. He's forced to jump off the wall. Pagu not going to chase him down. Back in the mid side, ONIC just trying to defend.
Tienzi is up in levels, 3 whole levels up against Kyrie. Remember, folks, this is a 0% win rate Yi Sun-shin that he's on right now. No other team has made the Yi Sun-shin work.
I've seen worse odds.
You've seen worse odds, yeah. Again, ONIC, it almost seems like they have the... Oh, good seal from Pagu. San's gotta be careful, he doesn't have flicker.
Wait, conceal from Pagu? The Beleric? Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa. Lupi, Lupi! No! Wow, nice one, Pag! Nice one, Keyboy! Oh no. This is terrible. Again.
Aurora! The holy defense! They need another wave. They shouldn't be able to end it here, but wait, they still have a cannon minion.
Lunar takes it!
This is bad. Lunar takes
This is bad. Wipe out. They wiped out. Oh gosh.
Finish it here. Another team crumbles. Another team falls. And Aurora walks over into the knockout stage.
Wait, don't trash talk the ONIC.
Aurora with a statement, a declaration as they make it to the knockout stage.
Nice try, ONIC. Please come back stronger.
That looked unwinnable. 0% win rate before TNZ got his hands on it. The Loyi, another pick.
This is still part 1, don't worry. Tomorrow's the part 2.
Siggy Boom with a performance of a lifetime on that Freya. And in the backup of Pagu, the tank of Lunar. Impeccable. MLBB from Aurora Gaming, one of the best to do it. One of the best group stage runs ever. TL, then ONIC, are you kidding me?
There are no more excuses. There's no one saying, oh, they're overhyped. Oh, it's a fluke. Nothing like that. Aurora have just taken out two of the biggest teams in MSC back to back cleanly, performing perfectly. Wow. I mean, who's next in the chopping block at this point?
I don't know, man. At this point, Aurora, it almost seems like they're not scared to go up against anybody. You meet the first two teams on your opponents, the first two teams that a lot of people thought were the favorites to win it all. Well, guess what? Coming into the knockouts, Aurora are the favorites. Let's get an interview with TNZ on stage.
Yes, my friends, Aurora Gaming have done it. They advance to the knockout stage. And we're blessed to have TNZ on the side here with us to talk. Look, TNZ, I'm just going to lay it out straight. What makes Aurora so good right now? Two huge wins to go into knockout.
Aurora'yı şu anda bu kadar güçlü kılan nedir? İki çok devasa bir galibiyet aldınız.
Sürekliliğimiz ve Midnight sayesinde olduğunu düşünüyorum.
I think it's our continuity and also thanks to the Midnight, our coach.
He's been doing well given your compositions. We'll talk about that in just a second here, but everybody's been talking about it. Is TNZ the best jungler in the game right now, especially in this meta? Do you believe that that is the case? Are you the best jungle player right now?
Not really, yeah.
So humble, why?
Yani bence diğer jungle'lar da fazla iyi ama bu iş takım oyununa bakıyor, o yüzden iyi değilim yani.
I think the others are also great, but this is also about teamwork, so I don't want to just focus on myself to say that I'm good.
Very good, very nice and humble. Now, it is a team effort to advance to this level and make it to knockout. How do your teammates also play around you in that jungle to enable you to farm as much as possible, to prepare yourself for the big team fights and eliminations like we saw in Game 3 here, where you were very effective as a team?
Ve burada ekip olarak çok etkili oldunuz bu gördüğümüz eliminasyon eleme maçlarında. Ve ekip seni yani bir sonraki maçlarda nasıl destekleyecek? Daha etkili bir şekilde rolünü yerine getirebilmen için.
Daha iyi olacağını düşünüyorum. Böyle komplarda jungle oynarken rakip takım çok fazla jungle'a fokus atıyor. O yüzden oynaması da biraz zor. Biraz daha iyi oynamam gerektiğini düşünüyorum bir de.
Yes, I think it's going to be better in the future, in the upcoming games, and I think that it can somehow be challenging to focus as a jungler in these types of games because we get a lot of focus from the opponent team on my role as a jungler.
There's a lot of focus on you. You're able to clear it. Now, one of those reactions, I guess, especially in Game 3, was you bring out the Yi Sun-shin. Was that a reaction to something that ONIC were setting up in Game 2?
Burada şimdi ONIC'in ikinci maçta, ikinci roundda yaptığı şeye bir reaksiyon olarak mı ONIC'ini seçmiştin üçüncü roundda, üçüncü oyunda? Üçüncü oyundaki seçimine nasıl bir yaklaşabilirsin?
The Yi Sun-shin specific.
Çok fazla jungle kalmamıştı zaten. Ban yemişti. Oynayabileceğim en iyi hero'yu seçmeye çalıştık.
I tried to select the best hero that we could play because there were not many
Poor
junglers left.
ONIC.
Very good, very good. It works out very well for you. Now that you've advanced, right? Aurora is in the knockouts. You've took down two teams that really are incredibly tough to make it to that spot in the top seed of the group. Do you feel that you're no longer a dark horse, that people are looking at you as true contenders for the crown
Alright
here
guys,
at
so
MSC
this is
26?
part 1. Part 2 will be available
Böyle
tomorrow.
başa baş geçen yoğun rekabet gerçekleşen maçlardan sonra yani senden ne bekleyebilirler? Yani bundan sonraki maçlarla ilgili olarak artık yani bir dark horse olarak görülüyordunuz. Yani beklenmedik bir şekilde çıkış yapan bir ekip olarak görülüyordunuz. Ama artık hani daha ciddi bir rakip olarak kendinizi kanıtladığınızı düşünüyor musunuz?
Kanıtladığımızı düşünüyorum. Uzun süredir de Dark Horse değiliz yani. Diğer S-tier takımlarla birebir olduğumuzu düşünüyorum. Diyeceğim bu kadar.
Yes, I think we have really proven ourselves with the game that we have played it so far. I think we have also not been a dark horse actually for a long time, so I think we are very much comparable to the other teams in that sense.
There you go, seeing yourselves as one of the greats. Thank you very much, Tenzi. Congratulations, teşekkürler. There it is. It's Aurora Gaming advancing to the knockouts. What a story. ONIC, they're going to have to work through it. Panel, what do you think of that?
Turkey and the M series. We'll see what happens.
Okay guys, so
all over
that's
there, but
part
right now we
1.
got a
I hope you
tournament.
guys
They've just
enjoyed
advanced
the
the
stream.
knockout stages
Make sure
in,
to
and that means
slap the like button and hit the
$100,000 at
subscribe.
least for
And
Aurora
we'll
Gaming.
see
That's
you
not a
in the
bad
next
game
stream
of
tomorrow.
MLBB. And I
Alright,
love the humility
bye.
as well.